on 100.5 ESPN and Wisconsin On Demand.
It is the Tuesday edition. The Joe Barry hashtag Run It Back edition. The Power Rankings Tuesday. And did I hear this right? Bob Dabolsky has a little something for us. That's very bold. Edition. The Sophia Minnaert scheduled to appear edition. And the, once again, everything in life, if you're of a certain age or you're watching it now in syndication, reruns on a streaming service, everything really does come back to Seinfeld. That's how I'm feeling this morning, edition of Wilde Tausch on 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee, 100.5 ESPN Madison, 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam. ESPNWisconsin.com, the ESPN app, your Alexa smart speaker, streaming video live on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and on WisconsinOnDemand.com and the Wisconsin On Demand app, where you can also get the podcast after the fact. And what also allows you to get the podcast on Google Play, Apple Podcasts, TuneIn Radio, Spotify, and Stitcher. I'm Jason Wilde in Green Bay. Jesse Nelson is in the Everlight Solar ESPN Madison studios. And so is the Packers Hall of Famer, Mark Tausch. Tausch, good morning. How are you today?
Yeah, I'm thrown off. So every time I come in the Everlight Solar studios, I have a certain seat. I am a creature of habit. I think that's what happens for a lot of us. We kind of get comfortable in how we like doing things. And I come in this morning, we do our stuff, we have a meeting, and Jesse, I put my coffee down, and I put my my binder down, and all my prep work down, and my phone down. And Jesse comes in 2 minutes before the show, like, yeah, that one doesn't work. You need to slide over a different chair. There's cameras everywhere. We're on Twitter and YouTube, and pretzel in one hand, and a Slurpee in the other.
Oh,
And
you love
so
that one.
I am now, like, I don't know where I'm looking. I have my other side of my face. Like, I am a little, you want to recombobulate? I'm discombobulated. So bear with me.
Do you have an estimate on how long it might take for you to get acclimated?
I don't know.
He is primed.
I'm super uncomfortable.
He is in
like, normally I
prime
got my
TV
feet-
viewing situation right now,
I got
though.
my feet up. I'm, like, relaxed. I'm sitting ready to tell you that Air is the best Mother's Day movie of all time. I don't understand orange traffic cones. I have a bunch of stuff, and I just can't think. Like, yeah, you get like it almost feels like you're itching. Like, oh, that's where I'm at right now. So if you're watching online, you can sense my uncomfortability. The chair's different. I'll persevere. I'll be okay.
Do you think you're a good perseverer when things are not the way you'd like them to be?
I think I was better when I was younger. I think as most people, when you get older, you get set in your ways. Now, can I adjust? I will adjust. I'll audible. And I'm not going to rubly it. I'll figure it out. But, yeah, I'm a little uncomfortable. And then not all of us can sit in our little perch down in our little basement and just have our bobbleheads in our little nice cocoon. I'm out here, baby. Like Jerry said, I'm out here, baby, and I'm not loving every minute of it as we sit here.
He's Kublering. He's lashing out again. It'll be okay.
Who's lashing out? That's not lashing out.
There was
a lot
no
of
need to go
lashing.
after Jason.
Who's lashing out?
He's
I'm
not
not-
even perching right now.
I can't see him because we don't have a computer set up yet. So,
Were you a big, like, do you prefer when you were in, like, high school, middle school to have assigned seats where you knew where you had to go every day versus, like, walking into a college dorm or a college, like, classroom and you could just pick wherever every day?
Do you like flying on Delta where you have your seat assignment, or do you like Southwest where you're scurrying to find a seat? What do you like better?
I kind of like the scurrying because then if you got a group, you can kind of put everybody together all. We were actually talking about that on our flight home.
Until you're group 6 and the only seats left are middle seats. Yeah, I'm sure you love that. Yes, I like assigned seats.
All right. Well, we appreciate you pushing through this frustration and venting it to begin the show. I am in my nice little cocoon. It's nice to be here. I am going to head out and about later in the week to do a show, though. We'll have more details on that coming up in the future. But I'm not feeling great either. Thanks for asking.
I can't tell. You sound so chipper. What's going on, Jason?
So I'm trying to slim down. My goal is to no longer be eligible for LabCorp's studies that they talk about on our program. So I'm trying to eat healthier. I'm cutting out the ice cream, which I love. And I'm trying to get a workout in before every show. Now, this morning, we're doing a little landscaping. I've been picking up a lot of mulch from Fleet Farm. And Paula had some she wanted to get started on right away this morning after the girls went to school. So my workout was a little delayed. So I was rushing so I could be on time for the show. Got my workout in fine. Left myself 9 minutes for a shower. Managed to pull it off with a minute to spare. But as George Costanza once taught us, sometimes your showers don't take. Now, I have to go to Lambeau after our show because we're going to hear from Joe Barry, Rich Bisaccia, and Adam Stenovich today. So I can't re-shower. This is another reason why I showered before the show. But the shower didn't take, and now I still feel like I'm sweating. I'm discombobulated myself. My question is, if you shower and you don't feel like it took, did it actually still take? Like, am I going to stink as I'm sitting in the media auditorium? Is Domofsky going to turn around and go, is that you? I mean, I put on deodorant. I did clean myself. But now I'm starting to sweat again.
Yeah, the shower takes. You shower, it's legit. You're good.
I don't feel like it.
Throw a little cologne on, call it a day.
Cologne. Dracar Noir. What should I go? I'll have to find a cologne because I don't have any. All right. Well, I appreciate you engaging me in that discussion. Thank you for your service.
Well, I just told you. The shower, you take a shower, you clean yourself. Yeah, you could still be sweaty after, but the genesis of the shower is done. You're not going to have all of the issues that you had from your post-workout. Just because you don't feel as fresh, like that Irish Spring that pops
I don't feel like
through
a daisy.
the soap, you're still done. Like, it was accomplished. It maybe just wasn't up to the standard you want. So what, are you going to jump back in and do another shower?
This is what I'm asking. This is my question.
No, you're fine. Let it dry. Sit down. You're in your little cocoon. Maybe throw a fan on.
It's a lovely cocoon.
Let yourself relax, and then you're going to be fine. You can head out and go interview Joe Barry and Stenny and everybody else.
Do you want me to ask Joe Barry, why are you guys running it back with you?
You don't have the stones to ask him that.
I don't think that's a Stone issue, but I don't think that's the way I want to ask it. But I do think it's something, and we'll discuss it further on in the show. It is something that we need to figure out a way how to ask about. Were you concerned that you might not be back? Did Matt let you know right away that you were coming back? Because he kind of let us know, and at least one person thought that meant it was running it back. Which, do we all agree they're not running it back anymore?
No, the coaches are running it back. The personnel department decided not to run it back. The coaches, do you have any different coaches?
Yeah, they don't have Jerry Gray anymore. I think that's the only significant change.
But no, you can't say running it back when you have dumped your four-time MVP quarterback. You don't bring back your kicker. This is not a run-back player situation, but it's definitely a run-back coaching situation.
Well, we'll get into that a little bit further, a little bit later in the program. I know Jesse is very excited to get to a all-new, all post-draft ESPN NFL Power Rankings on a Power Rankings Tuesday, powered by Everlight Solar. Before we do that, Tausch, one of our other great partners, of course, I actually have to give her a call later today. I'm very excited to do that because it's always fun when I get to talk to her, is Gina Della from Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Yeah, and you just talked about showers not sticking, different climates in your home, and then some of those mood swings that you're always putting on me that you might be going through. Well, if you're having those issues, give our friend Gina Della from Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin a call today. Say goodbye to the drafty house or to the money flying out your windows. Say goodbye to that. It's time to put stunning new windows and doors in your home, and today is your day. Order up, and you get 0% interest for 48 months, but hurry up. That offer is only good through May 31st. Certain restrictions do apply. Visit their beautiful showroom in Brookfield, or you can go online. Again, for 0% interest for 48 months. Go to PellaWI.com today to get started.
Power Rankings Tuesday kicks off next. It's Wilde Tausch.
This is Wilde Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Olson Toon has been customizing both residential and commercial outdoor living spaces since 1997. Matt Hamilton here from ESPN Madison. For over 50 years of combined experience in their management and design teams, Olson Toon has become one of Wisconsin's premier building and landscaping outdoor living firms. Landscaping and maintenance, irrigation, concrete work, pools, and more. If you have an outdoor living need, Olson Toon is here to help. Go to olsontoon.com to get started on your home project today. That's olsontoon.com.
We tend not to think about right now, but right now in front of us is victory over cancer. Right now, cancer research funded by the V Foundation is leading to better treatments and saving lives. When you give to the V Foundation, 100% of your donation goes directly to game-changing cancer research. Victory over cancer is there for the taking by you. Donate at V.org, because today's cancer research is tomorrow's victory.
Don't give up. Don't ever give up.
Clinical trials are essential to advancing medications, vaccines, and devices. LabCorp has been conducting clinical trials for over 40 years and has helped bring many of the medications we use today to market. You may be compensated up to $19,250 for time and participation in trials. At LabCorp, your safety is the #1 priority. Learn more about how you can help advance the future of medicine at LabCorpClinicalTrials.com. That's LabCorpClinicalTrials.com.
Looking to make an impact in your community? Consider applying to become a mentor with Big Brothers Big Sisters of Dane County. Big Brothers Big Sisters of Dane County currently serves nearly 500 children and has over 200 waiting to be matched with a mentor like you. No skills are required, just a desire to make a difference in the lives of children. Make a big impact. Volunteer today at bbbsmadison.org to complete your application. That's bbbsmadison.org. Big Brothers Big Sisters of Dane County. Together, we are defenders of potential.
Every event tells a story, from the first impression to the final moments. Have someone guide your guests through every chapter the way you want the story told. Hi, it's Jeffrey from Celebrations Entertainment. With a strong presence, great voices, and an award-winning team, trust us to guide, direct, and inform your guests through all the different chapters of the day. For fun, memorable entertainment for any event, please visit us at celebrationsentertainment.com. That's celebrationsentertainment.com.
If you're looking for a special piece of jewelry for any occasion, Condon Jewelers is always there for you. Condon Jewelers has the best selection of jewelry you'll ever find and guaranteed to have the lowest prices in the Madison area. Free shipping is always available. Visit CondonJeweler.com or call 241-3406 and ask for Jim, the owner, who's at the store every day. Shop locally. Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side.
Big trailers and big opportunity. Since 1962, Stoughton Trailers has been a family-owned and operated business providing a professional yet casual work environment in Stoughton, Evansville, and Broadhead. If you're looking for your hard work to be rewarded with competitive wages and excellent benefits, plus growth and advancement opportunities, Stoughton Trailers is the spot for you. Positions now open in production, operations, finance, sales, engineering, and more. Go to stojobs.com to apply today. Stoughton Trailers, big trailers, big opportunity.
Listen to Madison Money Guy every Saturday morning at 7 a.m. on 100.5 ESPN and ESPNWisconsin.com.
I like to refer to inflation as the silent killer. It's an invisible risk. It's just the idea that things get more expensive over time. You're going to need milk and eggs when you're in your early 60s and when you're in your early 80s. You're going to get a loaf of bread, and it's going to be more expensive 20 years from now.
Christian Finfrock is the Madison Money Guy. Call him today at 208-1800.
Wilde Tausch on 100.5 ESPN is brought to you by Everlight Solar. Save money, save the planet. Everlight Solar.
I got the magic in me. Every time I touch that track, it turns into gold. Everybody knows I got the magic in me. When I hit the floor, the girls come snapping at me. Now everybody wants a blast of magic, 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 magic.
So I love Rob Domowski like a brother.
You fight with him like a brother or not?
Disagree with him at times, occasionally.
What's your biggest fight with Domowski?
Ooh, good question.
Is it about Rodgers? Something with Aaron? When he got, when old girl yell at him one time when he wrote an article about.
Yeah, and I defended him, and then she cursed me out. Olivia Munn, yeah. One of my favorite experiences. The girls were bouncing in the the SpongeBob SquarePants pineapple at Nickelodeon Universe in the Mall of America while Olivia Munn was yelling at me on the phone. And by the end, though, because you know me, I could get along with just about anybody unless I really hate your guts. By the end,
by the way, we could power rank that group. There's a list there.
There's some ironies to that too. Like Sydney's working out at Synergy Sports, which is a great facility up here, and Scotty Smith, the owner, is amazing. He's been awesome to her. But among the people that work there is Bill Schrader.
Bill Schrader or Bill Schroeder?
No, Bill Schrader.
Oh, he's fast.
Former Packers wide receiver.
Fast young man.
And I think he's a very good coach when it comes to, sprinters and stuff. He and I just never saw eye to eye, and so we don't like each other. But that's the risk you run by having people you don't get along. But anyway, Olivia and I finished off on great terms. I think I'm probably on better terms with her than other people are. So, be that as it may.
Nice. Hey, well done. Great job, Jason.
Well, I think you knew who I meant there. We don't have to power rank my arch enemies. Instead, Rob Domowski, who is definitely not one of my arch enemies, has a little interesting tidbit inside Tuesday's power rankings from ESPN. Jesse, this is your time to shine.
All right, fellas. ESPN's NFL Nation has unveiled its post-draft power rankings.
So this is the first time that I can actually get on board with the power rankings, because after the season, obviously, it's pretty cut and clear. Kansas City was 1, Philly was 2, and then there was a bunch of foolishness that was going on. Now the draft is settled in. You've kind of got a good glimpse of who you're going to be. Now, we still don't know how they're going to be, but we know who they're going to be.
Not only the draft has taken place, the schedule is out, so we know what it's looking like. A little prognostication. So, I think I will do it this way. I will give you the top 5 from ESPN's NFL Nation. Tausch, feel free to weigh in with any discrepancies as you see fit.
Okay, I will.
The number 1 team, according to the
Kansas
Nation,
City.
Is the Kansas City
Philadelphia.
Chiefs. No.
Philadelphia's 2.
Why'd you start at 1?
Yeah, I should go 5.
Okay. At number 5.
Cincinnati.
No.
Buffalo.
This is not how we agreed to how we were going to do this.
Okay. Well, I also agreed that I'd be on the right side of the counter, not on the left, so we'll adjust.
Number 5, the San Francisco 49ers.
With no quarterback. That's interesting. I won't argue with it.
No, they've got their quarterback,
No, they
Tausch.
don't. They don't have their quarterback.
Number 4, the Buffalo Bills.
Am I the only one that's wondering, why have we crowned Josh Allen? He had the great game against Kansas City 2 years ago. The guy is a mistake-prone quarterback. He's a freakazoid of an athlete. But I would think outside of Lamar Jackson, it's him and Lamar Jackson. I think we maybe should stop with the coronation. I think
Justin Herbert.
We should slow our roll. Nobody's crowning Justin Herbert like an MVP candidate. He's a nice quarterback that's growing. Josh Allen, they're trying to lump him in with Mahomes and Burrow. I'm sorry, bro. I can't do that yet. Talent-wise, yeah, look at the mistakes he makes. I'm down on Buffalo. I think the New York Jets have a good chance of finishing above Buffalo. Continue.
Well, that's bad for the wager that I put down when sports betting was legal where I was over the weekend.
Dubuque?
No. DMV.
Oh, that's right.
Number 3, the Philadelphia Eagles, your reigning NFC North or NFC champions.
I'd have them at 2 just because. Matter of fact, I won't because the Chiefs are 1 because they're defending champs. But when you look at path, Philly's path, as we sit here middle of May, much easier than what anything Kansas City's going to be dealing with. All right, so 2's got to be.
Yeah, who are you missing?
Who are we missing?
You said them already.
Cincinnati?
The Cincinnati Bengals,
okay.
number 2. And then, of course, your Kansas City Chiefs, number
Joe
1.
Joe Burrow be looking swole. I don't know if you saw his workout thing. It was somebody posted on Twitter. He looks swole. I wouldn't bet against Joe Burrow.
You like Burrow?
I do. I think Burrow's right behind Mahomes. Mahomes, Burrow, Josh Allen. I want Josh Allen to prove it before we crown him. We've crowned him. He shouldn't be crowned.
A few statistics in support of Mark Tauscher's position on Josh Allen. Now this is a pretty big number. He has fumbled. Now it doesn't say how many were actually lost, unless this is meant to just be lost fumbles on Pro Football Reference. He has fumbled 52 times.
Does he got those baby hands like Dave Craig had?
I will have to search out the
study those
hand
hands.
measurements.
Everybody was giving Joe Burrow all that grief.
Kenny Pickett.
No, Joe Burrow had
Pittsburgh.
baby hands too. I think Joe Burrow was a baby hand guy.
Dante Culpepper, I know that was another question about him as well.
He used to do that fun, though. How fun was this? I hated it when he did it, but as a fan, I thought, why is he saying he's traveling? But I think he's rolling out the barrel.
When things were rolling, you saw that was usually not good news for your team. 52 fumbles. Last year he lost 13 fumbles, and he threw 14 interceptions.
So he's a great player, but he makes way too many mistakes. Way too many. And they should have beaten Kansas City. They should have went to the Super Bowl a couple of years ago. And then we look at him differently. But we have to hold him to the same standards we've held everybody else, which is you have been crowned, and everybody tried to give him the MVP last year. You got to win. And Rodgers went through it early in his career. Rodgers never thought about turning the football over like Josh Allen does. And is Buffalo holding him to account? Or is he steamrolling and he's having a hell of an offseason now. I've seen him doing everything. He's at the Masters. He's at the Derby. He's doing all this stuff. Joe Burrow's working. I am a big Joe Burrow fan.
I gathered that. The career passer rating for Josh Allen is 92.2. And last year his passer rating, and I know passer rating is not the end-all, be-all of quarterback measurement, but his passer rating last year was 96.3 in a league where we see lots and lots and lots of people now above 100 for the season. Aaron Rodgers' numbers, by the way, 91.3, so he did not have a great statistical season, as we know.
So now we start the roll.
Dante Culpepper.
We're gonna Culpepper all the way down the list here to see where the Green Bay Packers check.
Okay.
Just got like the little yodeler guy.
I'm really
He's going
interested.
down the hill instead of up.
I didn't have that ready, but I will for next time. Sometimes we
that's
might
where
need
when
that
we
this
start
year.
getting this digital show going like we want, that's when you get yodeling. But what I'm really interested in, because I think the Packers are going to be undervalued here because everybody is on board, where do they fit within the division? So I know we want to go – I don't want to go 6 through 10 and then 10 through 15. Jason, who do you think? Is it the Detroit Lions is the highest-ranked NFC North team in this power ranking set up by Rob Domofsky?
Well, it's not by Rob Domofsky.
ESPN's
I
NFL
just said
Nation.
Domofsky wrote it.
Domofsky wrote the Packers part.
Yeah, well, that's what we care about.
The nation collectively gets together and assigns the rankings.
Well, who wins the argument on a ranking? If Rob's got the Packers 15 and Lenny from the Lions has the Lions 15, who wins? What do they vote on all 32?
I like to imagine like Louis Riddick or Field Yates is like the judge at the front of the
Judge
room,
Judy,
and they had a
hammer and
gavel.
thing.
Yeah.
All right,
Steve Harvey.
I think that the Detroit
Orlovsky.
Lions are the highest-ranked NFC North team. And I think it's by a substantial margin.
Oh, I wish you would have stopped after I think the Lions are the highest-rated NFC North team. Because then, can we get him back in his chair, please?
I'm not even.
I mean, we're
adjusted.
26
I'm good.
minutes in, and I'm thinking, God, I've only got 2 hours and 34 minutes to go with this guy.
What have I done? I have been,
not a whole lot, actually.
I have been very pleasant in my new chair. What are you going to say? I'm grumpy?
Very pleasant.
You don't think I'm being pleasant?
You're sneaking in your complaints in the middle of answers.
What is my complaint?
Checking in at number 13 in the power rankings, the Detroit Lions, the highest-ranked NFC North team. Checking in at number 14,
Minnesota?
The Minnesota Vikings.
With that defense, huh? Wow. Okay. So, NFC-wise, you got Philly at 3. You got San Fran at 5. I'm guessing Dallas is the only other one that's in that mix above Detroit, or am I wrong?
I thought you didn't want to do 6 through 20, but here we are. Number 6, Miami Dolphins. Number 7, how about them Cowboys? Number 7. The Baltimore Ravens 8, the Chargers 9, Jacksonville 10, Seattle Seahawks 11.
Yeah,
you know who we haven't heard yet?
Green Bay.
Well, yes, but that's not who I'm referring
Well,
to.
New York Football Jets.
How appropriate at number 12, the New York
Well, they should
Jets.
be 8. They're number 8.
Well, maybe they'll get there
But
this season.
Jason, and this was the point I was trying to drive home. And why everybody that is so sour on the G&G. You just went through 12 teams. You put the Seattle Seahawks as the 4th best team in the NFC with Geno Smith. And a team that we thought last year was rebuilding and stunk. That slithered their way into the playoffs last year with 7 teams. That's who the Green Bay Packers need to be better than. Are you worried about Geno Smith coming into Lambeau against the defense that you hope is good? I'm not. Are you worried about Jared Goff? I'm not.
Are you worried about Jordan Love?
I am worried about Jordan Love, yeah. That's the question mark. That's the great debate. But my point is, for all the we can't make the playoffs and 3-14 this and 4-13 that.
Who are you hearing this from?
You've been down on this squad.
All right, look, I don't know what it's going to take, but now you're just conjuring stuff up out of nowhere.
Conjuring. You don't think there's fans that
you
think...
may have some friends who have maybe said this, but I think overwhelmingly we do a poll on whether Jordan Love is good. Are you confident or skeptical that that sentence will be true? And it was nearly 80% confidence. This group of people that you're referring to, I don't know who the hell they are.
Jason, more people think that this team will be 4-13 than they do 13-4.
They don't listen to our show then.
My point on this whole thing has been, and yeah, granted, it's maybe a smaller sliver of Packer fans, but I don't think we've also said and asked, would you be okay if this team is 6-11 and Jordan Love shows great signs? Everybody's like, yep. 6-11's good as long as Jordan's playing good, finishing the season strong. So my point on this all is, and I think Packer fans are optimistic but with caution.
Cautiously optimistic, some might say.
If you want, now who's being obtuse? Cautiously optimistic or optimism with caution. But my point is, Jesse just went through this litany of teams. And the AFC had, I want to say, 8 or 9 of the top 12. That's my point on what we're seeing. That's why you should be optimistic. And you know what? To hell with caution. You can be cautious when the yellow light comes on. It's green, baby. Let's go. So that's what I'm saying. When you see all this in Detroit, everybody's in love with Detroit.
Yeah, I don't see it.
They have a ton of people that they got, 3 or 4 players that are suspended. They have that to deal with. And they got Jared Goff, who you have a better idea of who he is, but he's not scaring anybody. There ain't anybody in Green Bay's defensive locker room saying, uh-oh, Goff's coming to town. We got no shot. So the conference being as down as it is what should lead more people. If you threw Jordan Love and this team in the AFC, I would tell you, boy, 6 wins is going to be pretty good. It's not where we're at.
So of the top 12 teams, the only NFC teams that make the cut on this, and we'll get to Rob Domofsky's assessment coming up, Philadelphia at 3, San Francisco at 5, Dallas at 7, and the Seahawks at 11.
Seattle. Can you believe that?
Top 4.
Can you believe Seattle? Yeah, no, listen, Seattle's done for a lot of Packer fans, and this isn't a small majority, Seattle did what Green Bay should have done before the lost season. And now it has sprungboard them to being a top 4 team because of that decision that they made to get rid of their franchise quarterback, load up on picks, and build the rest of their roster, getting a stud corner and a stud offensive tackle in last year's draft. And now everybody there is uber optimistic about what they can do, when last year at this time we were thinking, man, they stink. It's going to take them 4 or 5 years. It happened like that.
With a lot of assets that they cashed in.
That's the first time that being on this side really hurts because I'm a big right finger snapper. It's forcing me to snap left-handed being on this side of the table.
Can't you just turn your body a little bit?
You can very clearly do either hand to snap.
I got some
which you just did.
Issues.
We're watching on video you did.
Yeah, but I'm stronger with my right snapping finger.
So just put your right hand by the microphone.
I'll put my right finger right where you need it. You know what I'm talking about.
So just to round out this list
2 hours, 28 minutes to go. No, don't round out the list.
We're not rounding out.
Because we never said where the Packers are, did we?
No, haven't gotten to them yet.
We'll get to that. We won't do 11 through 20, though. I mean, we did 11.
Except we already got through 14.
I already know who the top 13 are. It's just nice. Best power rankings ever.
We'll get to the Packers spot and what Rob Domofsky said about them next. It's Wilde Tausch.
This is Wilde Tausch, driven by Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie on 100.5 ESPN. See their full inventory at ZimbrickChevrolet.com.
Are you excited to enjoy the great outdoors this summer without pesky mosquitoes buzzing by your head? Well, Mosquito Joe of Madison is here to get rid of those annoying mosquitoes, ticks, and fleas so you can enjoy your backyard in peace. Mosquito Joe also offers rodent and perimeter pest control to keep the creepy crawlers out of your house. Head over to madison.mosquitojoe.com to request a quote. Don't wait. Trust Mosquito Joe to get rid of the annoying buzz and make your summer bite-free.
When you're injured, call Wisconsin's own Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all. Proudly serving Wisconsin for over 30 years and proudly partnering with Wilde Tausch. Miss any of the show? Find it with Wisconsin On Demand. Presented by Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Since 1956, Holman Lindsay Paints has been making paint in Wisconsin for Wisconsin. Because of their commitment to making great paint for Wisconsinites, Holman Lindsay has grown over the years to 26 locations in this great state. Headquarters in Sun Prairie with a state-of-the-art facility, Holman Lindsay has the paint you need to make your job better. From do-it-yourself to professional, Holman Lindsay has paint for everyone. Visit one of their local locations today in Madison, Sun Prairie, Middleton, and Janesville.
Ben Brust here to tell you about the Princeton Club. I joined the Princeton Club because I was looking for a place I could invest in my health, and the environment and the community I have felt has made it so easy for me to incorporate it into my everyday life. It doesn't matter where you're at in your fitness journey because they have something to offer everyone. It also goes beyond fitness. From the moment you walk in the club to the moment you walk out, there is a togetherness felt throughout the members and staff that keeps you going for your better tomorrow. Don't wait any longer and get started on your fitness journey today at PrincetonClub.net. That's PrincetonClub.net.
Pick the car deal that is right for you at Metro Kia of Madison, like 2.9% APR financing for 48 months on the 23 Kia Forte, $22.30 per 1,000 borrowed. You'll also get a Chromebook, 4K Smart TV, or a $500 Visa gift card with purchase. Choose your own deal this month at Metro Kia of Madison, with 69 new vehicles on the lot, 90 deferred payments to qualified credit, and 2 years no-charge maintenance. Now is the time to find your deal at Metro Kia of Madison.
Your friend could tell you to go to TLC Laser Eye Centers for LASIK. But when your eye doctor tells you to go to TLC Laser Eye Centers for LASIK, you book your consultation. TLC has performed over 2.3 million LASIK procedures nationally, and that includes treatment for over 10,000 doctors. LASIK takes minutes, with most patients back to normal activities the next day. So come see why TLC Laser Eye Centers is the doctor's choice for LASIK.
Right now, TLC is offering $1,000 off their Wavelight laser when treated in May. That's $500 off per eye. So call 888-TLC-2020 or visit saveontlc.com. That's saveontlc.com. The doctor's choice for LASIK. Must mention this promotion and be treated in May of 2023 to qualify. $1,000 off for both eyes on standard Wavelight price. $500 off for one eye. Cannot be combined with any other offers. See details at saveontlc.com.
Hey, it's Jason Wilde. Show your excitement for the Brew Crew's return with Brewers Checking from Associated Bank. You'll get a one-of-a-kind Brewers Debit MasterCard, 10% off at the team store, and VIP treatment with Express Check-In through the Associated Bank gate. And for the ultimate all-inclusive game day experience for your crew, check out the Associated Bank Power Alley Group Space. Featuring a full buffet and private bar, the Power Alley overlooks left center field. And who knows, the next Brewers home run could be headed your way. Learn more today at AssociatedBank.com/Brewers. Member FDIC.
When poison happens, Poison Help is here. We're the free 24/7 hotline that answers your poison questions, with expert advice available at no charge. Make the right call in a poison emergency. Call Poison Help. 1-800-222-1222.
Fresh off knocking out the defending NBA champion Warriors, the Lakers head to Denver to face the top-seeded Nuggets in the Western Conference Finals. Game 1 of the Nuggets and Lakers, presented by Indeed. Coverage begins tonight at 8 Eastern on ESPN Radio and on ESPN.
Continuing with our power rankings.
Hey, Jay, I'll tell you what, man. I am finally vibing in this chair. My pen fell. I'm not able to snap, but I am vibing. And I just went out into our office, and I had a fascinating question posed to me. So I don't want to break up your mojo with this power rankings.
Hey,
but
if you're in a better mood because of this, I'm on board. We can always get back
first
to
off,
the...
my mood has been very good today. Don't you try to stigmatize.
You just said you were in a better mood now than you were before.
Jesse, don't steal my shtick. I was discombobulated, and I said after the first break I was good, and you keep pounding on me, wanting me to not be good. I'm not going to bite on what you're saying. But here's the interesting question. Before we get to the Packers power ranking. The Packers, let's say the Packers open up, or let's say they play at a Sunday Night Football game. So they're on NBC or Peacock, and the Peacock thing is ridiculous, but that's another conversation. You get to pick the noon game. it is the NFL finally says, pick your game. We're not going to jam the Vikings down your throat, the Lions down your throat. Packer fans, week 2. Say the Packers play Atlanta, Sunday Night Football. It gets flexed. I know you can't do that, but that's what we're doing. Do you pick the Bears game, the Vikings game, a Lions game, or a New York Jets game? You're in the Madison, Milwaukee market. You get to pick. The CBS affiliate tells you get to pick these 4 games. Click the button. Which game are you watching?
The CBS affiliate gets to do what?
I feel like this question took 4 turns.
In essence, what I'm asking for is because there's we're just jabbering.
Obviously.
So if
much is clear.
You're sitting on your couch, it's raining out, and you get to pick. There's a New York Jets are playing the Bills. The Bears are playing the Bengals.
Oh, am I running a network or am I just turning the game on my couch?
You turn on, and instead of
what time is Murder, She Wrote on, Jesse?
And is it Sunday Night Football or Peacock?
Okay,
Or
instead of CBS saying Bears game, you're watching it. You now get to pick. There's 4 games. Boom, boom, almost like a poll question. You get to pick. Do you want to watch the Jets game, the Bears game, a Vikings game, or a Lions game? Which one are you picking?
So are the Packers playing in it?
On Sunday night. They have a Sunday night game, so it's only on NBC. The noon window is wide open. You get to pick the game. Understood?
Wait a minute. You gave us this convoluted question, and now you're asking me if I understand it. Yes, now I finally do.
I said that 3 different ways. Go to Wisconsin. I said this right from the
Can I re-present your question to see if I understand it?
Okay.
Not in a bad mood, though.
So how about
I'm not in a bad mood. You're making me into a bad mood.
How about this? The Packers play on Monday night, so they're not playing on Sunday. So
or it's their bye week.
That works
nothing
too.
to do with the Packers.
The Packers are not on
they are
Sunday.
Not involved in this at all.
So now you have 2 noon games, a 3:25 and a 7:20 on Sunday.
Nope. All 4 games have to be on in the noon window. You have to pick. I think the NFL needs to go to this where you get to pick your game. You click on your button and it's up. You get
so
this
it's
game.
on demand.
Yes.
The
Packers play. Okay,
are there no clickbacks?
No.
Once you pick, you're done, or can you go change it?
All right. First of all, I know people are very excited to be able to watch this on the video stream. A little behind the curtain here. We don't communicate as well right now. This would have been great to talk through before we started the workshop.
I just went out in the office, and it came to me with talking to the fellas out there.
I understand.
Okay.
Yes.
And
what
I know question
you
did they ask you?
Off the floor. I love the idea of being able to pick which non-your market teams you get to watch. If we would have, fleshed it or flushed it before we presented it to the populace, we could have discussed this and just done our power rankings that we were in the middle of. Just saying. This is a great idea. I don't know who you talk to there, but I am fascinated by this. We may never get to Rob Domofsky and where the Packers are ranked. It's so good.
They're 20th, by the way.
Spoiler alert. Jeez.
All right, let's finish the power rankings. I just want this to flesh out. The fact that you guys are giving me all this grief. Now, Jesse, I'll agree with you. I should have went with Monday night to clarify.
That probably would have helped.
My point was it's in its own window. Sunday Night Football is its own window. And you get to pick one of the 4 games. I am a believer that the Packer fans, even though they may not want to admit it, are going to vote for the New York Jets game.
They want to hate watch him.
Yes,
they want to cheer against him.
And that's what I would like polled. I don't care if you say Monday night, bye week, whatever. That's on me. I'll agree with Jason. I'm not in a bad mood about it, but that's on me. I word jumbled that. I did.
Thank you for your confession. It's a great idea. Frankly, I don't quite understand. And this has obviously been the case as long as games have been on television. I don't understand how they decide what games you get. They decide for you.
Yeah, I think it's usually geography and the fact that they think But the fact that you just throw us a Lions game, even though now the Lions are supposed to be the best team, as Jesse's power ranking indicates, it's always Bears or Vikings. My point is, now that you're going to force us to buy Peacock, which Saved by the Bell was on Peacock, I still didn't buy Peacock. You can't buy. It comes a point where you keep wrenching on people. Eventually somebody's going to say, I had enough. I don't know if it's there yet, but I don't want Peacock. I don't want any part of it. Nothing's on there that makes me. I have HBO Max. We got Netflix. I feel like we have every streaming service you could imagine. And you know what irritates me, Jason? I wanted to watch Wedding Crashers, and probably not appropriate, but with Max. It's pushing the envelope a little bit.
Wow.
Yeah. We're going to watch Wedding Crashers, and we have cable. We have all of these apps, and they're trying to charge me $4.99 to rent Wedding Crashers on HBO. I'm like, I already am paying you whatever the freight is. I don't have a clue. On HBO Max, and you're going to sit there and say rent a movie from 1989 or from 2005? That's IPT.
I'd like to point out.
Sadly, Max will have to wait to learn about motorboating now because of this.
Sack. Daryl in Deerfield points out on the text line that you guys have essentially just invented the NFL Sunday ticket package. Congratulations and thank you for your service.
I understand that concept, but what we're talking about here is you would have the ability to do this without having to pay extra. And by the way, Sunday Ticket is moving to YouTube, which leaves you with all different types of challenges, correct?
Yeah, I don't do YouTube, so I don't know. I know it's very popular amongst young people.
You're on YouTube right now.
If I'm ever doing it, it's on Twitter. I don't do YouTube. It's not my deal because I already am going down rabbit holes I don't need to go down. If I start going to YouTube, I may never do anything outside of looking at my phone. So I'm not going to do YouTube.
Our power rankings will continue. I will be happy to poll this. You want the 3 division teams and the Jets.
Yeah, who do you think win? Do you think people are honest and say the Jets in a landslide?
I don't think. I want people to admit that they want to hate watch him.
That's why I asked the question. Yeah,
I know, but I want people to confess to that.
Do you think they will?
No, they're going to pick the Lions because they're going to be like, they're exciting on offense.
Lions
they're
finished
fun.
4th. I would bet right now. Lions finished 4th.
The issue that I have with this question, not with the question itself, but how it'll be answered.
We got a lot of issues with the question.
How I worded and got it there, is that the issue that you guys have?
If this is such a breakup type deal, right? Like it's been a long time since I broke up with someone or was broken up with, but my recollection is you want to act like you don't give a you-know-what about what they're doing next, who they're dating, what they're doing on their social media, whatever's going on in their life, right? You want to pretend you don't care, but you still do. And I think Aaron Rodgers is that breakup person. And I think even if you don't want to, maybe you're even ashamed if you turn on the channel that the Jets game is on, kind of like you'd be embarrassed to drive past the house or the apartment of the girl that broke up with you. Not that I would have ever done that. I could see people like, all right, I don't feel good about this, but I'm going to turn on CBS and see how Rodgers is playing. I don't like it. I don't want to do it, but I got to do it. I got to know. And I totally get that. We'll get that poll in the field. Maybe we'll get back to the power rankings. Maybe we won't. If Tausch goes out into the hallway again, who knows what he'll come back with.
Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to come back with is a new shower for Wilde so the shower sticks. You got that shower not sticking. Why don't you head over to Kohler, get yourself a new shower over the spring here. Kohler Services, a local end-to-end bath and shower design and remodel service. Brought to you by Kohler, a family-owned business in Wisconsin for 150 years. You get that premium, great, exclusive, premier Wisconsin brand. It's Kohler Services, the only manufacturer offering fast professional installation and care for life. Start enjoying your bath or shower right now with a special offer. Visit kswisconsin.com to request your free quote. Tell them that I sent you. Again, that's kswisconsin.com. CleanWater.com. You think if you'd have taken in one of those big claw tubs and you taken a 9-minute soak, you think you'd have had that stick? You'd have felt better coming down to do your show?
I am anti-bath.
Even with salts and
bath
bombs? Those bath bombs are fun, though.
You're what is the word that you like to use? Not marinating.
Fester.
Fester in your own filth?
In your own filth, yes. Power rankings, polls, who the hell knows? More Wilde Tausch straight ahead. Stick around.
This is Wilde Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
Mark Tauscher here, and our family, we have been looking to make the switch to solar for quite some time now, and we weren't even really sure where to start. And then we met the team over at Everlight Solar, and from the very first conversation, they have kept the process simple while also educating us on the benefits of solar. And man, are we happy we did. Not only are we saving a ton of money, but we're also creating a greener environment for our family and the whole community. Learn more at everlightsolar.com and schedule a no-cost consultation today.
Rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Alex Strofe.
This Badger Minute brought to you by your Badgerland Chevy dealers, proud supporters of Badger Athletics. Go to BadgerlandChevy.com. Former Wisconsin linebacker Chris Orr has found his new home and is leading the USFL in tackles. Orr has been a standout for the New Jersey Generals in the USFL for the last 2 seasons. Here's Orr on what the USFL experience has meant to him the last 2 seasons.
It's a lot of fun, man. You're playing a lot of football. That's what you love to do. And you're doing it with guys who love to do it as well. And you're doing it with a lot of guys who have been in the same position as you.
You can watch Orr and the Generals take on the Houston Gamblers this Sunday at 3 o'clock on Fox.
Get 0% interest for up to 48 months at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and have everything installed in as little as a day. Visit PellaWI.com.
Every event tells a story, from the first impression to the final moments. Have someone guide your guests through every chapter the way you want the story told. Hi, it's Jeffrey from Celebrations Entertainment. With a strong presence, great voices, and an award-winning team, trust us to guide, direct, and inform your guests through all the different chapters of the day. For fun, memorable entertainment for any event, please visit us at celebrationsentertainment.com. That's celebrationsentertainment.com.
Just look at them. State-of-the-art Honda hybrids, making ecological art out of any conditions they encounter. Rugged, dependable, stylish performance with fuel efficiency and low emissions that'll make a tree hugger blush. What's this phenomenon you're witnessing? It's the future, today. Electrified driving built for Wisconsin. Get your Honda hybrid now at your Wisconsin Heartland Honda dealer. Honda gets Wisconsin.
Hi, this is Brian Posick, and I can't wait for Mark Osiki's 5th annual Casting for Kids Fishing Tournament, Saturday, May 20th on the Madison Chain of Lakes to benefit the American Family Children's Hospital and the UW Carbone Cancer Center. Check in at the Alliant Energy Center at 7 a.m. Fishing starts at 8, happy hour at 2:30, then dinner and auction at 3:30. It's a great day for fishing and fundraising on Saturday, May 20th. Register now and check out the online auction at castingforkids.org. That's casting4kids.org.
Mark Tauscher here for Chalmers Jewelers. Well, it's always a good time to get that special someone in your life a beautiful gift. And when I'm in need of a new piece of jewelry, Chalmers Jewelers is my go-to place. Whether I want a timeless classic or a one-of-a-kind piece, Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton and Madison has just what I'm looking for. My life has been made so much easier thanks to the great team over at Chalmers Jewelers, and is the reason I keep going back for more. Visit chalmersjewelers.com to find your perfect new piece of jewelry today.
Stoughton Health provides comprehensive and compassionate care to Stoughton community and the entire Madison area. From our sports rehab facilities in Oregon and Stoughton to our renowned ortho team with Dr. Ravel, Stoughton Health can help. Learn more at stoughtonhealth.com.
How about all text? You focus on the road.
As a passenger, you have the power to prevent an accident. There are 1,000 ways to stop a distracted driver. Choose one.
A message from CTIA.
Hey, this is Craig Karmazin, founder of Good Karma Brands. Join Kyle Wallace and me every Sunday morning from 10 to noon for Sunday Karma here on 100.5 ESPN and Wisconsin On Demand.
pole is almost in the field. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Ben Barth for his loyalty to the show and for watching the program or listening to it. But even Tausch admitted that his description of this was convoluted.
Well, I could have been clearer. Yeah.
So while Ben was able to fully understand what you were saying, the Packers are not a factor in this, which was kind of the problem for those of us trying to follow along.
In all honesty, I said exclusive SNF Sunday night game.
And then you said, and then CBS, brought in CBS.
Yeah,
we're running
CBS has the noon
all of a
game.
sudden.
Yeah, and they get to pick. By the way,
wouldn't Fox have noon games too that day?
Fair enough. That's the part. But if as you've noticed with the schedule, this isn't your mama's TV scheduling anymore. NFC games aren't exclusive to Fox anymore. It is a free-for-all. That was my point.
Yeah,
I should have been clear.
Our friend Kelly Call leaves CBS, and now all hell is broken loose.
Mm-hmm. But Murder, She Wrote is still on reruns.
Indeed it is. Today's Wilde Tausch Twitter poll, so eloquently presented to us by Mark Tauscher and cleaned up by Jesse Nelson and me. The Packers are off, because that fits a lot better. The New York Jets, Vikings, Lions, and Bears are all on at noon. You get to pick which game you watch.
And the NFL should implement this.
Which team do you choose? Vikings, Bears, Lions, Jets.
Oh, you're putting Jets last, too, just to kind of tease it out a little bit like that?
I am.
Like that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's in the field.
I'll be fascinated how this plays out.
How many people are going to tweet back saying, well, who are they playing against?
Nobody.
Is it Lions?
You're right. That is going to happen.
Is it Lions Commanders?
Depends on the opponent.
Jets Chiefs? Or is it Vikings
you know what, if we really
Can they be playing the Packers?
We could have said all teams are playing the Browns, but then it'd be like, well, how can all teams play the Browns? So that's why it's best just to leave it like
that. So we had our spoiler alert, and we've almost run out of 10 o'clock hours, so we might as well at least get to it.
Okay.
The Packers are rated 20th. We'll hold off on Bob Daboldsky's bold take and start the 10 o'clock hour there. But too high, too low, or just right, Goldilocks?
Yeah, it's I would think it's a little low. I think they should
14 teams make the playoffs. They're at 20 right now.
I have them in like 16, 17, 18. Again, I'll have to look who the other 12 teams are that are worse than they are.
So here I can tell you this. 17 is the Giants.
Yeah.
18 is the Browns.
Yeah, Green Bay should be ahead of the Browns.
19 is the Raiders right in front of them.
Yeah, I can understand the Raiders being in front of them, but not by – I think that's about where Green Bay should be. 17, 18 with the Raiders. The Browns? Did this polling place look at the Browns last year? What have they done? They got Zadarius Smith is moving them over the mark? Losing Jadeveon Clowney and bringing Zadarius Smith in. Okay, maybe. Maybe they will be. I'm not buying that.
And then 21 is the Saints right behind the Packers. Derek Carr right behind.
Oh, yeah.
And
all roads go through Derek Carr.
The Carolina Panthers, 22. So those are the two teams right behind them.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I think when you're talking about the uncertainty at such a critical position, I get why NFL folks look at it this way. I would put them outside of the playoff push as we're sitting here in May. 16, 17, 18. That's where Green Bay should be. And I think if they exceed the expectations for most fans, they'll end up 12 to 14 in that 12 to 10 to 14 range where they're one of the last playoff teams in. That would be anything above that, and everybody's going to be looking at this saying, wow, did Green Bay know what the heck they were doing? I think that's what we all hope for.
If you were to do your prize picks on more or less, and I said they don't do wins, right?
I don't think so.
Where would you have to get to be 16, 17, 18? 8 wins?
Yeah, I'd say 7 to 8 wins puts you in that 16. You probably need to get to 9, as we saw last year. 9 gets you in the playoffs. So that puts you at 14. So, yeah, I'd say 7 or 8 wins.
I'm on the record saying I think they go 6 and 11, maybe 7 and 10. That's my pick.
You know
That's
what's
what I'm
funny
expecting.
about that, Jay? I said people say they go 4-13. You were outraged. You just said 2 more games. 6-11 you picked. When I said 4-13, you outraged at me. Who's that? Who are those people?
Yeah.
You literally have 2 more wins. That's 6.
Right. They only play. Hey, they only play 17 games.
I'm well aware. I understand the schedule.
They only had 4 more wins than 4-13 last year. They went 8-9.
Fair.
4-13 or 3-14. I think you also said. We can run it back. Bottom line is, I don't think they're going to be abhorrent. I don't think they're going to be a playoff team. I can see both those scenarios happening, right? Especially if Sean Clifford ends up starting a game or 2.
Yeah, you know the fun part about, and I listened to Scalzi and Bruss yesterday, and everybody that was calling into their show was saying it's the unknown that's exciting. And as long as you have that mindset, it's going to be one heck of a fun year. Until it's not.
Until it's not unknown anymore.
That's the tricky part to this. And it will be fun to watch unfold. Doesn't mean it's going to be great. Could also be the other way. And we have to be willing to accept that. And I think Packer fans just have a thought process that just doesn't happen to us. And, for the most part, for most people Jesse's age, he's been right.
Can you promise us that you will do more or fewer on Prize Picks for Jordan Love every week so we can see how that plays out for you?
Yes. Yes, I will, and I want everybody to, but Again, I don't want to look ahead. I am excited. My guy, who should have been MVP, Joker, Taco Tuesday, LeBron, Anthony Davis. It's NBA playoffs time, baby, and that's what I'm looking at. I'm going to jump in tonight. I got to see what my taco is going to look like, but I'm going to go a little bit more. I'm going to go 3 or 4 players tonight. I got a hunch Joker and my boy Murray are going to go off tonight. I think the Nuggets go big. That's where I'm looking. I'm not competing against others. I'm just going to go off of Prize Picks projections. Entries are made in 60 seconds or less. Go to prizepicks.com or download the Prize Picks app. When you put 100 in, if you use the promo code WI, you get a $100 match. So you'll have 200 bones to play with. You go more or less on those projections, and you can rave about your big win tomorrow morning, or I'll be probably sour with my loss. I'll let you know tomorrow. But go to prizepicks.com. Again, use promo code WI.
Can't wait. The poll early results are very interesting. So is what Rob Domofsky wrote in the power rankings. We'll get to both of those to kick off the 10 o'clock hour in 2 minutes. It's Wilde Tausch.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand.
Life's better with an auto policy from American Family Insurance. No matter what dreams you're driving towards. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto coverage at the right price. You'll also save up to 23% when you bundle auto with home. American Family Insurance. Get a quote, find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Hi, this is Dave Kane. You're listening to Madison's Home of the Bucks, a good Karma brand radio station, 100.5 ESPN WTLX, Monona, Madison.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good morning, Madison. I'm Jesse Nelson. Sports Center brought to you by Goodman's Jewelers, the Diamond Store of Madison. 4 generations. Check them out at 220 State Street and online at goodmansjewelers.com. The worst Brewers loss to the St. Louis Cardinals ever last night. Cardinals 18, Brewers 1. And the Brewers are the first place team and the Cardinals are the last place team. How does that work out? Shake it off, try it again tonight. 6:45, first pitch for Game 2 of the 3-game set at Busch Stadium for the Brewers and Cardinals this evening. Sophia Minute of Valley Sports Wisconsin scheduled to appear on Wilde Tausch coming up at 11:15 here on 100.5 ESPN. Meanwhile, football, ESPN's NFL Nation has unveiled its power rankings post-NFL Draft Edition. for the 2023 season for all 32 teams. The Green Bay Packers checking in at number 20. But maybe more interesting than the power rankings is what ESPN Packers reporter Rob Demovsky says about the area in which the Packers have improved most this offseason. We're talking about it coming up next. Wilde Tausch, 100.5 ESPN, and Wisconsin On Demand.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
I've been grinding so long, been trying it for years. And I got nothing to show, just climbing this rope right here. And if there's a man upstairs, he kept bringing me rain. But I've been sending up prayers and something's changed. I think I finally found my hallelujah. I've been waiting for this moment all my life now. All my dreams are coming true, yeah. I've been waiting for this moment.
The 10 o'clock hour of Wilde Tausch begins now. And it begins with our oft-teased Rob Demovsky take.
I'm intrigued.
You should really be intrigued by the poll question.
I believe it.
We will get to that momentarily. But first, I want to hear, because I did not read ahead.
It's kind of exciting. Just like the Packers season. You don't really know. I don't know what Demovsky said. I'm excited to find out. Could be a disappointment. Could be something groundbreaking. Although I'm guessing it's more likely to be a disappointment than groundbreaking, but maybe I'll be wrong.
Well, Jesse advertised it as bold.
Ooh, okay.
So, Jesse, this is your chance to read on the radio and me to listen instead of doing the reading myself.
Here we go. So in addition to the power rankings, Tausch, ESPN's NFL Nation, who, as you know, put this list together, not just Rob or not just Field Yates or
Rich
whoever.
Cimini.
Cimini, yeah. They also have a little ditty that they do with each team each week. So sometimes it's, best player so far or biggest question. This time around, it was area of most improvement this offseason. Rob Demovsky answers.
Well, hold up a second. Okay, so he's telling you what is the most improved position on this team.
Yes. So some say offense, some say quarterback,
Do you
some
go
say coach.
position specific?
It can be however it's
Jason,
interpreted by the nation.
If Rob Demovsky was he's going to watch his kid ball, and he says, "Oh boy, I need you to fill in for your old partner." How are you answering that question? You have not read it, so you don't know.
And this is positionally.
Or it could be coaching. It could be whatever.
Area they have improved the most this offseason.
Well, they can't improve on the coaching staff because they kept everybody. Except Jerry Gray, who I'm going to miss. Quarterback, no. Running back, the same, so they haven't improved that. Offensive line, the same, so they haven't improved that. Wide receiver, tight end, lots of young additions. On defense, defensive line, lost veterans, drafted a couple of young guys on day 3. Inside linebacker, same. Outside linebacker, first-round pick, and a guy coming off an ACL. Cornerback, same. Safety, definitely not improved. I know that Adrian Amos wasn't Troy Polamalu, but now we've got Simone Biles' husband in the mix. So, and kicker, definitely not improved. I guess I'm going to have to say outside linebacker because of Lucas Van Ness. Because I don't care how you feel about Alan Lazard, and we all agree he shouldn't be a number 1 receiver, but he at least have some measure of proven commodity to him. I like the guys they drafted. They're intriguing, but I can't say they're an improvement. So I'm going to say outside linebacker.
Ooh, I don't think Rob is going to go position. Rob's a big thinker. He's the Aristotle. Would you agree with that? He's the Aristotle of the Packers beat?
All I could say is I've known him for a long time, and I've never thought of him in that way.
Plato?
He's not Aristotle, am I right?
That's rude. That's not very nice. I think,
not terrible.
And I don't know how you quantify this, but I think he's going to say team chemistry is the most improved. You've moved on from A-Rod. Everybody's there. You have more of a buy-in from the entire team as far as what the OTAs, minicamp, everything's going to look like.
Except David Bakhtiari.
Is he not there?
Well, no, I don't. I think he is. I think
he's got $750K. He ain't leaving that. I think that is going to be where Rob looks and says, you know what? Yeah, you just went through every position. And it's really hard-pressed to say outside of running back that you're in a stronger or because I think A.J. Dillon, hopefully another year of experience is going to be that much better. I think you're going to look at it and say, I think the team chemistry, the cohesion amongst players and coaches will be better than it was last year. That's what I think Rob went with. Jesse?
Rob Domofsky answering where the Green Bay Packers have had the biggest area of improvement this offseason. Nowhere!
Whoa!
What?
This is an all-out rebuild, regardless of what the Packers want to call it.
Bold!
That doesn't mean they won't be better at some spots by the end of the season, but you can't be better right now at quarterback going from Aaron Rodgers to Jordan Love, or at receiver after losing Allen Lazard and Randall Cobb, or at tight end after losing Robert Tonyan and Mercedes Lewis. Even on defense, the addition of first-round pick Lucas Van Ness makes the Packers better at that spot only if Rashawn Gary comes back from his ACL, and that date is still TBD. Rob Domofsky, Packers reporter, ESPN's NFL Nation.
That's bold.
He is the only reporter in the nation to list nowhere in the biggest area of improvement for his team.
By the way, it sounds like his compatriot over here feels the same way.
I'm no Aristotle or Socrates.
Plato?
But I love Plato.
Nietzsche? Nietzsche?
More of a Leonardo da Vinci type. I would say this. He's right. And he even shot a hole in the one spot that I was willing to say was an improvement because he's right. Rashawn Gary, we don't know what his... Now, Goody has indicated that he's ahead of schedule and indicated that he'll be ready for camp, and they'll probably have him on an adjusted schedule. That's great. I have to admit, I've never, knock on wood, torn my ACL. You have?
A couple times.
I was starting to think that it was a routine comeback. Like that there had been so many advancements in rehab and surgery since you did yours that guys come back, very rarely are there issues.
Okay.
But then we had the David Bakhtiari experience. But also, I saw a guy that I think is a really, really, really good offensive lineman that could play anywhere. And they put him at right tackle, and he had problems. And he tore the ACL in his left knee, so I don't know how that factored into how he performed out there. But he sure played a heck of a lot better when he moved to left guard. So Elton Jenkins' rehab and comeback from an ACL wasn't exactly smooth either, even though he was back on time. Robert Tonyan still hasn't regained his pre-ACL form. Maybe he'll do that with the Bears. So I was wrong. I had underplayed how difficult that is. So I'm not going to make that mistake with Rashawn Gary and just assume that he's going to be back to being a near elite pass rusher like I thought he was at the time of his injury. So Rob's right. Tell me a spot where you can say with a straight face that they are legitimately better than they were before. Because there's no proven commodities.
I just told you.
I meant I said position, but I think your chemistry argument is a good one.
Yeah, I can make an argument that the O-line's going to be better. They make a really good argument that the O-line's going to be better.
Because
Elton Jenkins is settled in. He's going to, he's back. Bakhtiari, the way he finished his season, now there's some unknown on other stuff, but as far as putting him out at left tackle, you got him and oh boy, and now you got Yash, who, by the way, played a lot better at right tackle than people thought. Feel pretty good about playing him out at right tackle. You got Runyon at right guard, who you feel pretty good about. It's the center. And you have Zach Tom, who everybody is fine playing, especially if it's a backup role or if you fire him in and let him compete with Yash. I think you feel a lot better about the O-line this time this year than you did last year at this time.
Well, right, but I think we're taking it from the end of last season, and we'd seen Zach Tom's versatility. Bakhtiari reached a point where he was past the knee injury.
Yeah, but that's
Elton Jenkins was playing at a high level again.
But that's the question, right?
We're searching. If we're being honest, I mean, we're saying that the offensive line is better with the exact same people that were on it. They didn't, as you pointed out, they didn't even draft one.
Yeah, Jay, the only problem is it's not the exact same people. Like, Zach Tom is not the same guy he was last year. And I don't know how many times I have to continue to say this, but this league comes at you fast. Guys age. Guys get better. The old coach's adage, if you're staying the same, you're either getting better or you're getting worse. Nobody stays the same.
Mm-hmm.
I would argue almost everybody on that group has gotten better. And the depth is better. I think that they're going to lean on those guys more. And, again, it does come back to will they stay healthy. But this year, this group, you feel markedly better because of the certainty of where they're at health-wise. We all want to get excited about all this uncertainty. I still, just like I like sitting on the right side of the studio, not the left, I'm going to adjust. I gave up a sack or two over on this side. Now I'm adjusting, getting my feet, my hand placement, all that stuff back. You want certainty. You don't want all of this. All of that uncertainty also makes you stressed and anxious. I'm not anxious or stressed about this O-line. I think it's only going to get better. So I'm going to disagree. I have my two things now to refute Big Bad Bob. The chemistry and the cohesion is going to be better than what we saw. And then the O-line. Those would be my two.
I agree with everything you said about the offensive line. I just think that you're trying really hard to come up with a position of improvement, and you're basically saying that a position again, I understand all of your logic on this, okay? But you're basically saying that the area that is most improved on the Packers roster is the position where they have all the exact same people that they had last year. So I think that says something about how much they have improved their roster. When you have to pick a position where they added no one, not a single player, and that's your most improved position, I think that tells you how little they did to improve their roster this offseason. Lots of departures, very few additions, and then the draft. So I think that is very indicative of what they have done to their roster when you can make an argument, and I would say you made a good one, that their most improved position is a place where they didn't add anybody.
Yeah, again, I think when you don't do a ton of things free agent-wise, you trade away a four-time MVP quarterback, it does get a little tricky. And when you go young at so many spots, it is very unknown. And while that can be exciting, coaches don't like unknowns. I tell you all the time, when young players come in, how can I make a mark? How can I make this football team? Let the coaches sleep at night. Know what they're getting. Know that old T is not going to have mental errors. Josh Sitton's this is what City's going to give you every snap he's out there. when you can do those things, coaches trust you, they sleep, and they play. They're not interested in, wow, what a play, but he does it 1 out of 5. Coaches don't want uncertainty. That's why LaFleur, I'm certain, while he's excited about getting to see what Jordan Love can do, it's why he fought so hard to keep Aaron Rodgers in the roost for as long as he did. Because he knows. Kyle Shanahan knew. Sean McVay knew. But there is a point where you have to jump out of the nest, and hopefully you can fly. And if you're not, you're a killdeer, and you're just sprinting. And then eventually, hopefully you get up for a little bit, but a lot of running before you can fly. Jordan Love is a killdeer at this point. Think about that.
I'm not certain what a killdeer is.
Well,
I am
Google
certain,
killdeer. Google it. It is a fun bird.
I am certain there is one certainty in life, and that is if you see Tausch drinking beer, it will be Coors Light.
Coors Light, brewed with a 3-step cold process, cold lager, cold filtered, and it is cold packaged, so it is made to chill. And you know what? I'm going to crack one open tonight in my rooting for the Denver Nuggets because, as we know, Coors Light is born in the Rocky Mountains of Colorado in 1978. Coors Light is refreshing. It is crisp. It's only 102 calories. That's why when I watch the Denver Nuggets and I want to chill and I don't want to see LeBron win another championship, I crack open that Coors Light. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
We will get to our poll results. The early returns are very interesting. And some breaking news from the National Basketball Association from Woj. We'll get to all that next. It's Wilde Tausch.
This is Wilde Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Wisconsin is as hard-working of a place as you'll ever find. There's a sense of pride, community, and work ethic that's second to none. People here are tough, but even the toughest among us need help after a serious accident. At Gruber Law Offices, we won't stop fighting for you and your family. We've been here and will continue to be here for as long as you need us. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Wild Rock Golf in the Wisconsin Dells, a must-play every golf season. Wild Rock Golf features championship golf in the heart of Wisconsin. Wild Rock, a Herdston Fry masterpiece that's cut from the natural beauty of the Wisconsin Dells and offers stunning views from elevated tee boxes. Wild Rock presents spectacular greens that roll fast and true. Wild Rock Golf in the Wisconsin Dells, a unique gem that offers a challenge to avid golfers of all abilities. Book your tee time today for this must-play at wildrockgolf.com, wildrockgolf.com.
Jeff Levering and wife Ashley love their new patio door from Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
It's like having a brand new kitchen. It's so bright, it's so clear. I can see the kids outside playing.
I love the roll screen. The fact that the screen is on the inside, no drafts. It's a game changer.
Get 0% interest for up to 48 months at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and have everything installed in as little as a day. Visit PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. Offer ends 5/31/2023.
Pick the car deal that is right for you at Metro Ford of Madison. Like 0% APR financing for 66 months on the 22 Ford Mustang. $15.15 per 1,000 borrowed. You'll also receive a Chromebook, 4K Smart TV, or a $500 Visa gift card with purchase at Metro Ford of Madison.
Hi, I'm Connie Britton. I support Feeding America because they help provide over 6 billion meals to people in need each year. Learn more at feedingamerica.org. Feeding America, 200 food banks strong.
When you want to show just how you feel, come to Chalmers Jewelers. Our custom jewelers have been working day and night to come up with the most amazing custom jewelry. Truthfully, in the 30 years I've been in business, we have the largest inventory of custom jewelry that we have ever had. Amazing prices, amazing selection, and one-of-a-kind pieces. Come see our incredible variety at either location or chalmersjewelers.com.
Chalmers Jewelers,
in Middleton
and Madison.
Every event tells a story, from the first impression to the final moments. Have someone guide your guests through every chapter the way you want the story told. Hi, it's Jeffrey from Celebrations Entertainment. With a strong presence, great voices, and an award-winning team, trust us to guide, direct, and inform your guests through all the different chapters of the day. For fun, memorable entertainment for any event, please visit us at celebrationsentertainment.com. That's celebrationsentertainment.com.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer. Our policy is to provide equal opportunity employment, development, and advancement to all current and potential teammates. If you are an organization that maintains a job bank, provides employment information, or gives job referrals, you may request to be placed on the station's mailing list for future career opportunities. To learn more about careers at Good Karma Brands, please email careers@goodkarmabrands.com.
Mark Tauscher here to tell you a little bit more about Everlight Solar. We all know that electricity costs are on the rise. That's why you need to talk to my friends over at Everlight Solar. Their local team here in Madison is here to keep it simple. From your no-cost consultation to solar panel installation, the team at Everlight Solar will be with you every step of the way. Not only will they help you save money, but by switching to solar, you're also helping save the planet. Everlight Solar, a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. Check them out at everlightsolar.com.
Jordan Love is the new man in town.
Generations of Packers fans don't know what it's like to just have an average quarterback. So let's hope, for their sake, Jordan Love's above average.
This is 100.5 ESPN and Wisconsin On Demand.
I am unwritten. Can't read my mind, I'm undefined. I'm just beginning, the pen's in my hand, ending unplanned. Staring at the blank page before you open up the dirt.
I owe you an apology.
Old T or
No,
Jesse?
no, definitely not you. You may owe some yourself. But no, I don't owe you an apology.
Well, who do you owe an apology to?
To those who I thought might not want to admit that they would hate watch Aaron Rodgers play for the Jets. Our poll question has been in the field for 29 minutes. It has 531 votes, well on its way to being statistically significant and reaching that 1,000 vote plateau that we require here. The Packers are off. The Jets, the Vikings, the Lions, and the Bears are all
What
on
are the
at
Packers
noon.
doing? They're off. What are they doing?
You run CBS, which is just acquired
they on
Peacock.
vacation, or they play on a Sunday night, Monday night? Were they on the Amazon Prime Friday game? Like, what were they doing?
It's a morning game, but
We
it's
gotta make sure
Germany,
we
not London.
Make sure we specify what window they're in.
Ben Barth understands this question, but no one else does.
Barthy.
You get to pick which game you watch. Which team do you choose? Vikings, Bears, Lions, Jets. Tausch?
Who are they playing?
I think my favorite.
They're all playing the Browns. I like that.
Well, how do they all play the Browns?
I hate the Browns. Paul Junio on Twitter chimes in. I'm going to watch the best matchup, which may not involve any of those teams.
Oh,
good
come
job,
on, Paul.
Atta baby, Paul.
Paul's watching
I
Chiefs
like
Bengals,
Paul there.
damn it.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm watching Browns Jaguars. Tausch, how do you think the polling has gone? Now, with the hints that I issued
you gave
an apology.
a big hint. I would have thought the Jets would win with a plurality, which for you all that don't understand plurality, I think that's the highest of a multiple, correct? Is that plurality?
Yeah, it means you didn't get the majority, which would be 50% or more, but you got the most among those
I
votes.
had
Yes.
the Jets, if I'm doing one of my favorite things is guessing the poll.
Yeah.
I would have thought it would have been high 40s, low 50s Jets.
Now, you'd have been wrong. Way wrong. The Chicago Bears, 5.6%.
Yeah, people think they're going to stink. And Bears fans think we're going to stink. It's kind of a fun little battle.
Wait, we've got more votes that have come in now. The Bears have moved up to 5.8%.
Oh, big drop from Racine.
The potato corridor still not reported.
From Racine/Kenosha.
All right, so the Bears at 5.8%. The Minnesota Vikings at 6.1%. Not much.
It's no good. It's no good.
The Detroit Lions, as Mike McCarthy would say, 14.6%.
That means 70%.
So if you're a mathematician, you know
low
that
70s.
the New York Jets have 73.5% of the votes.
That's surprising to that degree. I knew the Jets would win, but it just lets you know there's going to be a lot of interest in old boy slinging it up there in New York.
And to cheer against him in most cases, I'm sure.
That, I know you're probably not up. That's a corollary poll for another day. But, yeah, they're not going to be rooting for him.
Well, let's do that tomorrow after we have the final results.
Okay.
Well, if you're watching a Jets game, are you watching it to root for him or against him? Because I think of this 70.
Watch.
Well, who are they playing?
The Bears.
Is it on Sunday Night Football on CBS?
Yeah, is it that prime Black Friday game? Or
it's the only Peacock game. That's the problem. That's why the Jets aren't maybe going a little bit, because all the Jets games are only going to be on Peacock. What's going to stop the NFL from starting to do that?
Contracts?
Yeah, but those contracts run out. Don't be shocked if all these teams just say, to hell with it, we're going to just go and get our own, and we'll do this. And then we don't have to share with NBC or ESPN or CBS. I don't think we're that far off from that. That's a whole nother topic for another day, J-Dub.
Jay Wellens. It's called a remote. Watch them all.
I got to admit, I love when – who was the first guy that –
Paul
Jr.
I have to admit, I am a sucker for that. I love it when people do that because I know how much it irks you. That makes me laugh.
Breaking news from the National Basketball Association, because we want to get to Joe Barry conversation before we get to our friend Sophia Minard, who's scheduled to appear later in the program.
She picked a bad day to come on, huh?
Yeah, it's always a good day.
18-1.
Yesterday was not a good day for the Brewers.
10-run rule should be in effect in Major League Baseball. It's another question.
Doc Rivers out as the coach of the Philadelphia 76ers.
Not shocking.
Yeah. Ooh.
Not at all shocking, but Woj reporting
don't.
Further.
Don't tell me he's a candidate. Don't.
The Sixers' search for a new coach is expected to include Mike Budenholzer.
Okay.
Oh, snap.
First name on the list.
Okay.
Sam Cassell. Light it up.
Well, that's basically Doc.
Mike D'Antoni.
Good luck. Go ahead.
Nick Nurse.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Frank Vogel.
Yeah.
And Monty Williams.
Ooh.
Monty.
A lot of people interested in him for him not knowing what the hell he's doing. Mike Budenholzer ends up as the Sixers
I'd
coach.
be fine with that. Listen, he's a good coach. He's a champion, and he should get another shot somewhere else. Sometimes you just need I just don't want Doc Rivers coming to Milwaukee. I know he's a Marquette alum, right? Wasn't he part of the Marquette?
He is.
Yeah, I think Doc, he's a TV guy now. I think he should get into the booth. Preferably to take Stan Van Gundy's job if I'm shooting out.
Or Mark Jackson. There goes that man.
You don't like Stan?
I don't.
I like Stan better than I like Mark Jackson. What I really like is when Tausch tells us about LabCorp. LabCorp. Yeah. And I want to get slim enough so I'm not eligible.
You're looking good, J-Dub. Keep it up. We'll get out of this LabCorp part, but we're looking for bigger bodied. We're looking for people that want to get a little extra cash for vacations or home renovations. Or you got to get Peacock now. If you want to watch the Packers playoff game, got to earn a little bit extra cash. And LabCorp has a variety of open trials that will fit your schedule. Right now they have studies. Healthy adults ages 18 to 60 with a BMI between 18 and 32. That study is 1 stay of 8 nights, 7 follow-up visits, and you can make yourself a quick $10,328 for your time and participation. They also, for a little heftier fella or lady, Looking for healthy, overweight males and females as ages 18 to 55. Females must be of non-childbearing potential. Body mass index of 30 to 39.9. Study involves one stay of 6 nights and 2 follow-ups, and you can grab yourself a quick $3,700 for your time and participation, and you can receive up to $500 per qualified participant. Go to LabCorp, clinicaltrials.com. That's LabCorp, clinicaltrials.com.
Joe Barry getting ready to talk with us in a matter of hours. I have to figure out how I'm going to ask him. Were you surprised they didn't move on from you?
What are you doing here? I thought you should have been
Barry.
fired.
Where's Jimmy Leonard?
He's down here.
We all
I
really
just saw
like
him at
Jim
the ice
Leonard.
rink not that long ago.
Well, we love Jimmy.
We love Jimmy. Where's Paul Christ? We love him too. We'll get to Joe Barry next. It's Wilde Tausch.
This is Wilde Tausch, driven by Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie on 100.5 ESPN. See their full inventory at ZimbrickChevrolet.com.
Are you excited to enjoy the great outdoors this summer without pesky mosquitoes buzzing by your head? Well, Mosquito Joe of Madison is here to get rid of those annoying mosquitoes, ticks, and fleas so you can enjoy your backyard in peace. Mosquito Joe also offers rodent and perimeter pest control to keep the creepy crawlers out of your house. Head over to madison.mosquitojoe.com to request a quote. Don't wait. Trust Mosquito Joe to get rid of the annoying buzz and make your summer bite-free.
Are you dreaming of a new look? Let the pros at 5 Star Painting bring color to your world, to your interior, exterior, cabinets, and more. We make it easy with online scheduling, free on-site estimates, and a dedicated project manager on every job. Uneasy about hiring a contractor? We know, we've been there. 5 Star Painting is customer-focused and quality-driven, exceeding expectations every time. Call or visit 5starpainting.com today. 5 Star Painting, a neighborly company.
2023 is a very special year for Goodman's Jewelers. We're celebrating 90 years of serving the greater Madison area. John Hayes for Goodman's Jewelers. Needless to say, that's a long time and a lot of great memories working with you, our customers. During these 9 decades, we've never deviated from our pledge to you, which is earning your trust, delivering top-notch service, and a selection that's second to none. Discover firsthand why Goodman's Jewelers is truly a destination worth reaching. 220 State Street, goodmansjewelers.com.
The best is at Goodman's.
Life has its moments, times to remember and share. Make the most of those special occasions by visiting Goodman's Jewelers at 220 State Street. John Hayes from Goodman's Jewelers. We're here to help you make that perfect selection for your memorable moment. When you think of diamonds, you hear about color, cut, clarity, and carat weight. We can help you understand that, but we're equally concerned with earning your trust with the quality of our selection and our service. GoodmansJewelers.com, in the heart of downtown Madison. Truly a destination worth reaching.
Hey Madison, it's Dan Andrews from Simnett Chevrolet in Mount Horeb. By now you know that you're only minutes away from a better buying experience at Simnett Chevrolet in Mount Horeb. But what is a better buying experience? It's a car buying experience that is custom to what you want and need. We can be your trusted expert, or we can be hands-off until you're ready to purchase. If you're in the market for a new or new-to-you Chevy truck or SUV, make the short drive to Simnett Chevrolet in Mount Horeb and see the difference a better buying experience can make.
Madison Money Guy, Christian Finfrock here. Struggling to understand retirement planning, life insurance policies, or managing your wealth? Listen to my show every Saturday at 7 a.m. on 100.5 ESPN, or call me right now at 208-1800 for a complimentary consultation.
The Club at Lac La Belle is the birthplace of golf in Wisconsin, with a rich history you will feel once you arrive. Experience a round at the Club at Lac La Belle. The redesigned course is open to the public 7 days a week. Schedule your tee time today at clubatlaclabelle.com. This is a golf destination that you will want to play over and over again, and enjoy fine dining and event space after your round. An historic past meets a vibrant future. Go to clubatlaclabelle.com to start your journey.
Jim Rutledge here to tell you about North and South Seafood and Smokehouse. North and South serves authentic wood-fired barbecue as well as savory seafood for both lunch and dinner. Whether it's North and South in DeForest, Verona, or the west side of Madison, you'll enjoy the best smart casual dining experience in the area. They also have takeout and catering options, so find your way over to North and South Seafood and Smokehouse, the official barbecue place of Rutledge and Hamilton. They're online at eatnorthandsouth.com.
For official rules and more information about every contest on 100.5 ESPN, visit ESPNWisconsinContests.com. That's ESPNWisconsinContests.com. You're listening to 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN app.
On the air, on demand, on social, on Wisconsin Sports. Serving Wisconsin sports fans. This is 100.5 ESPN.
Nice to know my kind will be on my side. I don't believe the hype. And you know you're a terrible sight, but you'll be just fine. Just don't believe the hype.
So a little bit after this show ends, Rich Bisaccia, Adam Stenavich, and Joe Barry will meet the media for the first time since the season ended.
What do you think Rich Bisaccia will say why he doesn't want Mason back? He wanted to go young.
I think he'll say a bunch of respectful things about Mason Crosby and won't come anywhere near saying, I think his leg strength has abandoned him.
Even though he made a 56-yarder.
Right, and that's part of my issue. And part of my issue, too, again, I know, I like him. That notwithstanding. I mean, the guy had surgery right before training camp started, missed almost all of training camp, and then kicked right away in the opener. The general manager himself said that he thought that affected his leg strength and thought he'd be back to himself because these guys, I understand quarterbacks and offensive linemen and everybody else has an age, a shelf life. Adam Vinatieri, I almost called him Adam Stenavich. Adam Vinatieri was like 46.
Yeah, he struggled mightily
toward the end, no doubt. And I don't think Mason Crosby at 39 would do that. I am sure that date, that expiration date is approaching.
To see, because I'm sure you'll ask him in some way, shape, or form that and get an idea where Rich's head's at.
I just don't understand what his relationship is with Anders Carlson. Like, I know he coached his brother for a long time.
Where is Anders from? Is he like Finnish?
Auburn.
No, but I know, is he Finnish? Anders is a very Finnish, Nordic name, is it not?
Well, he didn't finish the season very well last year.
His brother is Dan.
Fair. I think Dan's middle name, though, is like Wilhelm.
His brother's name is Dan. Okay. Dan Anders. All right. Well, maybe there. I thought maybe he just really loved. Maybe he got like a sweet hook on some, like a Finnish VRBO in the summertime. There obviously you want to, if you have a relationship with a family or you understand their makeup, that probably helps you, and that obviously probably was the case here. But again, I don't fault Green Bay for going young, but kicking is different than some of these other spots where you lose a step. And Mason had a really good year last year.
He did.
That's why if you think there's some monster drop-off, okay, but you're not looking at it. I don't think you're in a position here where you're giving him another big deal. It could be another year bridge. But at some point you do have to
rip the Band-Aid
now
off.
Here, this might be the year to do it.
All right, so be that as it may, the one that I like Rich Bisaccia a lot. I don't know if you've heard, but Aaron Rodgers likes to point out that he's an alpha. I don't know if that implies that the head coach is not an alpha, but it feels like it when he does that. But Joe Barry is speaking too. And there was only one coordinator where there was question about whether he'd be back because his group, while not terrible by any stretch, did not live up to the hype. There were players questioning and criticizing the game plan and the approach publicly. And then they played pretty well in the last 4 games. And Joe Barry kept his job, and they simplified things, and there was less belly aching about what he was doing. I am curious, though, Tausch, because I don't know how I want to broach this, and I'm sure Domofsky will just put it very bluntly because he's very good at that. But why is he back? Do you think it's because of what you did the last 4 games? How much more simplification do you need to do? Like, why didn't you do it sooner? All those types of things that we never really got to And then the season ended because we all thought they were going to the playoffs. We thought they'd win that Sunday night game at home. We never got to discuss any of that. And I do feel like if it wasn't for Jordan Love and the Aaron Rodgers saga, we would have spent this offseason talking about that defense and that defensive coordinator. Would we not?
We would have, but I think those will all be interesting questions, and Rob or Schneids or you will ask them, and he's going to give you we improved. I would just say, why is this year's defense going to take the jump that we all hoped it would have made last year? What is it that's going to springboard this group? Because you don't have a quarterback to lean on that you think can bail you out. Your defense needs to lead this team, especially early in the season. Why is it going to do that? How is it going to be different than what we saw? Is there still going to be the rumblings from some of your star players that you maybe didn't do? You just played your deal. You played the cushion, gave the things that drives fans nuts. What is going to be different about this year's version of Joe Barry's defense? Because if it's the same, you're basically saying, from Matt LaFleur's standpoint, this is where we're at. You couldn't ask, what else do you need as a defensive coordinator? You have got 8, potentially 9 first-round picks. The highest paid guys at 2 and maybe 3 spots, or at least top 5 paid. What do you need? We've given you all the tools. It's time to build something. Don't tell me about, we got young safeties. We don't know what we're doing here. Time to show me the baby. The labor pains, hey, that's all I get it, man. But I want to see the baby. And I want that baby to be a top 10 defense.
And Brian Gutekunst did, which he does not do very often, he put them on notice. I mean, we asked him after he drafted Lucas Van Ness about all the investments they've made on that side of the ball, and he talked about what the expectations are there. So at some point, if you feel like you have drafted the right players and you've made that many investments on that side of the ball and you're not getting the level of quality that you're expecting, then you find yourself asking, well, what's the reason for it? With that many first-round picks over there. And as we're seeing in the NBA, you don't get rid of everyone on the roster. You change the coach.
And that's why that was such a bold move from LaFleur. You're putting your coaching credentials on the line because it's Matt's call. And the part that frustrated me, it wasn't that he kept Joe Barry. It was with the decisiveness. You just came off of a horrible loss, a gut punch of a loss. And you don't even blink and you say, Joe Barry's back. Like, never a doubt. So you say, you know what, I got to look at some things. I'm going to evaluate. None of that. It was almost as if, it's my guy. And we're going to get better. Well, you said that last year.
Mm-hmm.
So I give Matt credit because loyalty, I think both of us value loyalty a ton. But there also comes a point where this ain't good enough. And what we've seen, you're talking about an average defense. Like, it couldn't have been more average. We're talking about in that meaty part of the curve, 15 to 17. That's where this defense has been. And if you have Aaron Rodgers MVP, Devontae Adams, you can go 13-4, be a 1 seed. It's pretty dang good. And you can play a dominant game against a bad team, but if your special team stinks, you're going to get beat. That's what happened. But this defense, I think when you look at the playoff performances, we think back to Kevin King getting beat. You also have to remember they created a lot of turnovers. I'm not real interested. I don't care if they're 15th in the league. What I want to see is really good red zone efficiency, holding teams to field goals, and you have to crank up the sacks and turnovers. That's how you win in today's NFL. You're not going to stop people consistently, not good teams, but what you can do is limit and create turnovers. And I thought last year, I didn't think – was it 2 years ago that they turned it over a bunch and last year was a real struggle? Because that's where this team – you saw when they started improving, those turnovers started coming. But for a vast part of the season, we didn't see that.
So Joe Barry's got 2 years in as the defensive coordinator. Is that correct? Am I remembering that correctly? 21, 22?
I believe this will be his third season.
All right.
Yes.
Last season, in the takeaway department, the Dallas Cowboys led the NFL with 33 takeaways. Okay? Now I'm going to read all the teams that continued after them in the standings of that. San Francisco and New England with 30. Philadelphia, Jacksonville, Buffalo, and Houston with 27. Baltimore, Minnesota, and Seattle with 25. Cincinnati, the Chargers, and the Packers with 24. So I mean, 33 versus 24. Again, 17 games. Leading the league is 33. Barely over middle of the pack.
How about sacks and pressures on the quarterback?
I was just doing takeaways. Yep. Just to answer your question about the previous year, the Packers actually had 26 takeaways, which ranked them tied for 8th. So not terrible, but we can't say that taking the ball away is their calling card either, right? If we're being honest.
What is their calling card on defense?
That's part of the problem.
Okay.
I don't think they have one.
Yeah, and again, you look at some of their games, you saw flashes, and that's what drives you nuts. The Minnesota game, shutting down J.J., aggressive, playing downhill against a good offense. Minnesota's offense last year was really good. And you saw that, and I don't think, again, last year was not as much about the defense, and I think that's why Matt LaFleur has kept Joe Barry. Last year was about how inefficient the offense was. I can't say that about the first year of Joe Barry's career, but you just ran through those stats. And could they be better? The problem is you've invested all of these resources into being better than that. That, if you have on offense a top 5 offense, you don't care as much about being 15th with 24 turnovers. And by the way, if your offense is better, you're probably going to get more turnovers because you have a lead and you're playing downhill. So it all comes back complementary. But Joe Barry's defense is going to be called upon more than it has in the past, and it needs to answer the bell, or you're going to be looking at a big change along a lot of fronts in Green Bay if that's not the case.
We'll see what he has to say in about an hour or two. Before that, though, we've got to play some trivia on Wilde Tausch.
Soft.
What's soft?
I just texted trivia at the end of the show, and you preemptively got it, which is good. I know how scared you are doing that trivia at the end of the show.
Man. Been a while since we've done end of show trivia.
I'll be honest.
So
I pay very close attention to the program, and when you're speaking. But you sent something else, you and our buddy Joshy, that I want to start the 11 o'clock hour with.
Okay.
It's really interesting. Mm-hmm. So let's get trivia, I don't want to say out of the way.
That's what you mean, though.
I want to be clear. I did not ignore your text.
I know you didn't.
I didn't see it.
I understand. I know you're scared also, but I understand.
There's no denying I hate end-of-show trivia. Jesse, what's today's category? What caller do you want?
As Tausch asked for yesterday, kind of. DM or V?
I definitely did not ask for that, but I'm intrigued.
In honor of my trip to the DMV, the D.C., Maryland, Virginia corridor, all of the answers or questions have to do with DM or V today.
Jesse, how many days were you gone?
4. 4
Caller
days.
4. 844-770-3776. Caller 4 right now. 844-770-3776. We will do that next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
In a land carved by glaciers and shaped by champions, Trapper's Turn is a specialty golfing experience. 27 holes designed by two-time U.S. Open champion Andy North present an enjoyable challenge at any level. Nestled between beautiful pines, the all-new 12 North Par 3 course offers the ultimate in golfing fun. Refuel and unwind with year-round dining in the heart of the picturesque Dells. Golf time is precious. Spend it somewhere beautiful. This is Trapper's Turn. Book your tee time at trappersturn.com.
Rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Alex Strofe.
Big trailers and big opportunities at Stoughton Trailers. Immediate openings at the Broadhead, Evansville, and Stoughton locations. Assemblers, forklift drivers, and more. Apply at stojobs.com. Former Wisconsin linebacker Chris Orr has found his new home and is leading the USFL in tackles. Orr has been a standout for the New Jersey Generals in the USFL for the last 2 seasons. Here's Orr on what the USFL experience has meant to him the last 2 seasons.
It's a lot of fun, man. You're playing a lot of football. That's what you love to do. And you're doing it with guys who love to do it as well. You're doing it with a lot of guys who have been in the same position as you.
You can watch Orr and the Generals take on the Houston Gamblers this Sunday at 3 o'clock on Fox.
Get 0% interest for up to 48 months at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and have everything installed in as little as a day. Visit PellaWI.com.
Ho-Chunk Gaming Madison, home of the Big Win and Madison Casino Guru, is transforming guests into winners. Making an ordinary day into a big win day is easy with a 95% average payout. And with over 140 daily jackpots, the number of people winning has never been bigger. So what are you waiting for? Escape to Ho-Chunk Gaming Madison for your next big win.
Ho-Chunk Gaming Madison.
Live the high life at the Nitty Gritty, the official birthday bar and home of the famous Gritty Burger. On your birthday, enjoy a free Memento birthday mug and filled up with free beer, specialty birthday cocktails, or soda all day long. For more information about upcoming events and specials, and to join the Nitty Gritty Birthday Club, visit thegritty.com. The Nitty Gritty, a tradition since 1968. Madison, Middleton, Sun Prairie. Check out our Miller High Life Power Hour specials daily. Also enjoy High Life at Deluxe, Bar Carolini, and Jordan's Big Ten Pub.
How about all text? You focus on the road.
As a passenger, you have the power to prevent an accident. There are 1,000 ways to stop a distracted driver. Choose one.
A message from CTIA.
Huddle up for the Great Dane Huddle, live from the Great Dane Pub and Brewing Company. Mondays at 6 on 100.5 ESPN.
Hey, it's Alex Strofe. Join me and the brilliant mind of former NFL and Badger punter Brad Nortman Monday at the Great Dane Pub and Brewing Company in Hilldale for the Great Dane Huddle, where we'll talk all things Green Bay and Wisconsin football. That's Monday, 6 to 7 at the Great Dane Pub and Brewing Company in Hilldale.
The Great Dane Huddle, Mondays at 6 on 100.5 ESPN and Wisconsin On Demand.
Jeff Levering and wife Ashley love their new patio door from Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
It's like having a brand new kitchen. It's so bright, it's so clear. I can see the kids outside playing.
I love the roll screen. The fact that the screen is on the inside, no drafts. It's a game changer.
Get 0% interest for up to 48 months at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and have everything installed in as little as a day. Visit PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. Offer ends 5/31/2023.
Hi, I'm Madison Money Guy, Christian Finfrock with Retirement Income Strategies. And what sets us apart is we're an independent, family-run office. We help clients like you understand the financial world and build a portfolio that's in your best interest. To learn more, go to MadisonMoneyGuy.com.
Show me the love.
When you put your eyes on Jordan Love, can you tell me if he's going to be good or not?
From the little bit I've seen of him, yeah, I think he's going to be all right. I think he's going to be good.
This is 100.5 ESPN and Wisconsin On Demand.
Time now for trivia. Better now than at the end of the program. Let's welcome in our contestant, and it is, sorry, Chef Ed, a first-time contestant. It is Rick in Newburgh. Rick, good morning, buddy. How are you?
Great. You guys?
Yeah.
Good. I feel great.
We're better than we were at the start of the show, or at least I am. I don't know about discombobulated over there. He seems to have improved as well.
Tausch came back into the producer's studio and decided to yuck it up with Rick a little bit during the commercial break there.
Yeah.
Just
what?
What do you mean, what? Yeah.
So you, picked up the phone and you, chatted him up?
No, Jesse held the phone for me because he's a germaphobe, and you don't want me touching the phone. But, yeah, I talked to Rick. I gave him a little scouting report on the trivia and told him I think he's going to go 2 for 3. 666%, which is pretty doggone good.
An outstanding pep talk from Mark Tauscher. All right, Rick, let's see if you can beat his expectations. If we set it at 2.5, he would take less on Prize Picks. Here is question 1 in the category D, M, or V. The District of Columbia, Maryland, or Virginia?
Maybe.
Of these 3 letters, oh my God, this has nothing to do with the DMV.
Yeah, I threw you off a little bit with that, huh?
All right, Rick, good luck to you. Of these 3 letters, which is most popular as the first letter of the first name of NFL teams, as in the city or state in which they are located?
Uh-oh. This is not a gimme.
It's
not a gimme.
I'll go with D.
Oh, it's a gimme.
On the board.
How close was this, Jesse?
So the D's, you want to do them, Tausch?
Detroit, Dallas, Denver.
That's it.
That's it?
That's it.
So M is Minnesota.
Miami. And there is no V.
So it's not like it was far and away.
No, it's a
lots
good question.
Of D's.
We knew V wasn't it. We knew it was D or M.
Correct.
I thought there were more D's. So that's well done, Rick. All right, let's see if you keep rolling. George Washington's home, Mount Vernon, is located in which territory of the DMV region of the United States? Is this a thing? Do people actually call this DMV?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I buy that. Is it D.C., Maryland, or Virginia?
Virginia.
It's the 2 I thought Rick would get right. So
okay,
everything's trending the right way.
All right, Rick, here's your opportunity, like Joe Barry, to exceed expectations. Question 3. Which of these universities is located in either the M, Maryland, or the V, Virginia, and not in the District of Columbia? Is it George Washington University, Georgetown University, or George Mason University?
I'll go with A.
George Washington University is located in
Washington, D.C.
As is Georgetown. Jesse, where's George Mason located?
Fairfax, Virginia.
Formerly coached by Jim Larranaga, now the Miami head coach for a long time. All right, Rick, you did exactly what Tausch expected you to. His pep talk.
I like durability and knowing the known. That's why I like Rick.
Rick, we appreciate you playing, buddy. You got 3 of the possible 4 entries into Friday's drawing. Thanks.
Thanks. Like you guys.
Oh, just like?
I love you guys.
Maybe if you'd have given him a better pep talk, he would have said
What do you want me
love.
to do? You want me to lie? I'm not going to lie. That's what I felt. I thought the questions were tricky today.
They were tricky. That first
now,
one.
If it was when Old Boy
easy.
put the questions out, I told you, you're going to get 3, and if you don't, you got problems.
Hunter's back in tomorrow. Should I let him write the questions?
What, are you
tomorrow?
off again tomorrow?
Yeah, I took tomorrow off too. Yeah, like a midday week off. Everybody knows that midday day, whatever.
How many days off do you get?
Are you legitimately not working tomorrow?
Yeah. Ironically, I have a friend flying into town for the weekend. He's going to a bachelor party in the area, which I'm not invited to. That's
Wednesday
fine by
bachelor
me.
Party.
No, it's Thursday through Sunday. He's coming in tomorrow, and he's flying in from Baltimore.
That is ironic.
That's not ironic at all. It's coincidental.
Isn't that what ironic means?
at all. It's coincidental.
Hey, can we hear some Lizzo for the rest of the show? She's playing down in Milwaukee tonight. I'd like to hear a little Lizzo the rest of the show.
Nah.
That way,
Okay.
Jesse
Why don't you take tomorrow off? You've been working pretty hard.
It's about damn time you worked. All right, that's the end of the 10 o'clock hour. Very interesting things being said by one of my favorite former Packers. We'll tell you what he said and get Tausch's reaction to it to kick off the 11 o'clock hour, which begins in 2 minutes. It's Wilde Tausch.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand.
Watch PGA Tour champions, including tournament host and Wisconsin native Steve Stricker, at the American Family Insurance Championship when it returns to University Ridge Golf Course in Madison, Friday, June 9th through Sunday, June 11th. AmFam Champ Week will also include an exciting concert featuring Tyler Hubbard of Florida Georgia Line, Friday, June 9th. Proceeds will support the Steve Stricker American Family Insurance Foundation and the American Family Children's Hospital. Get your tickets today at amfamchampionship.com. That's amfamchampionship.com.
Hey, this is Craig Karmazin. Join Kyle Wallace and me every Sunday morning for Sunday Karma on a Good Karma Brands radio station, 100.5 ESPN, WTLX, Monona, Madison.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good morning, Madison. I'm Jesse Nelson, Sports Center, brought to you by 5 Star Painting, your residential and commercial professional painters for interiors, exteriors, kitchen cabinets, decks, and fences. Check them out at 5starpainting.com. Tough night for the Milwaukee Brewers last night as they fall, 18-1 to the St. Louis Cardinals. Brewers in first place, Cardinals in last place. Didn't matter last night. It is the worst loss the Brewers have ever suffered to their division rivals, the St. Louis Cardinals, in franchise history. Two teams back at it tonight for Game 2 of the 3-game set at Busch Stadium, 6:45 first pitch. Sophia Minard of Bally Sports Wisconsin scheduled to appear to talk all things Brewers with Wilde and Tausch coming up about 10 minutes from right now at 11:15. Meanwhile, NFL, the Power Rankings post-NFL Draft Edition up at ESPNWisconsin.com from ESPN's NFL Nation. That includes Packers reporter Rob Demovsky identifying something bold in his analysis of the area the Packers have seen the most improvement this offseason. Check it out over at ESPNWisconsin.com. Wilde and Tausch continues next.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or MetroKiaofMadison.com.
It's bad, bitch o'clock, yeah, it's thick 30. I've been through a lot, but I'm still flirty. Is everybody back up in the building?
I thought you said you weren't going to do this for
He's
him.
a pro. Look at him.
I'll give him one.
Did she say it's thick 30?
Yes.
I like that.
The song's been around for a while.
With
dude.
like 3 C's, or is that?
You'll have to ask her.
I don't know her.
I'm not going anywhere near this discussion. We're moving on. The 11 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch. She's good. Very talented. I enjoy her music.
Paula going down today?
No,
Old
she is
girl's
not.
going down. She's checking out
Lizzo.
Matter of fact,
I
think she's stopping in to see Chef Ed. If you can buy that. She's going to get herself. She loves a good pretzel now.
So does Paula. We are marshaling our concert-going resources. The girls want to see Pink, who I believe is
I thought you were
playing.
going to say Taylor Swift, and I was going to tell you better get the LabCorp and get that clinical trial going, because you go to Taylor Swift, you're going to be shelling all the little cash.
Yeah, I learned yesterday that Sydney would like to go see her in concert, and I said, okay, that's information we needed a lot sooner, because apparently she's been...
Glad
obviously.
I got to see Taylor Swift in her young days when she wasn't the star she is.
We saw her at Summerfest at the AmFam Amphitheater. It wasn't yet AmFam then. But we went to see a country band, and she opened up for them. Mm-hmm. And I had no idea who she was. And now
Sion. She used to open for Sion. You guys know I'm a big Sion fan.
Whoa, Nelly! You are the only person who calls her that. The band I went to see, by the way, was Rascal Flatts that she opened for.
Good band.
All right. Davante Adams. We like him around here quite a bit, right?
We do. Packers are in the playoffs last year if Davante Adams is on the squad.
Absolutely true. He spoke at Raiders off-season program-ish stuff, and he had some really interesting things to say. Now, again, I will remain consistent. He never wanted to leave.
Oh, no, that's not what I heard.
No, I know that's not what you heard. But once they really pissed him off royally, he was more than happy to leave. And one of the byproducts of it was that he got out of the shadow of a four-time NFL MVP quarterback who, I never thought this, but apparently he felt like a lot of people thought this. He was a product of playing with Aaron Rodgers.
Well, a lot of people thought that. What are you talking about?
I didn't. I think if you look at the way he gets off the line of scrimmage, there's nobody as good as him at that. Wouldn't you agree?
That's all great, but that was the predominant thought.
Well, not for me.
Well,
be that as it may.
Okay.
Well, and then he went and played with one of the worst quarterbacks in football in Derek Carr. Right, Jesse?
That's not fair to Derek. One of the most average quarterbacks. I'd agree
fair.
with you.
It's his BFF.
And so he was clearly bothered by the perception that he was an Aaron Rodgers creation. So here's what he said to that. Now people can't say that. That'll never be the narrative ever again. It proved that I am me. A quarterback doesn't make me, and I can do it consistently at this level. That's why last season meant a lot. Even if I went and played like dog bleep next year, they can't say it because now I've already proved it throughout the course of a season, played every game, and put together a resume that says I do not need pause, doesn't say anything else, and then says you can erase all the numbers. You could just write in, he didn't need Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, I don't think I found it interesting that Davante is saying this out loud publicly. You can think back to Shaq and Kobe, that Kobe wanted to prove he could win without Shaq, because for as much as guys will say that the criticism doesn't bother them, it fuels them. And Davante is on a Hall of Fame trajectory. He has been the best at his position for 3 or 4 years now. And he proved it last year with an inconsistent quarterback, not named Aaron Rodgers, and all that chemistry, and he still's doing it. And that means a ton to him, individually. He's a winner. Davante is an all-pro and should never have. This makes me feel even worse when I hear Davante, and it reminds you of how good he is, because he was kind of banished out there in Las Vegas. Nobody really stunk. Nobody really cared what they were doing. And it reminds you, boy, it'd be nice if he was here with Jordan Love. How nice would Jordan? You think Jordan Love would be excited to have Davante helping him and Christian Watson? And the Packers screwed this up. There is no hindsight is 20/20. Well, they got Quay Walker. They got this. I have now come to the side of this was a monumental screw up by the G&G. Now, does that mean Aaron Rodgers would still be here too? I don't know that. I don't think so. But Davante, I don't want that narrative of, well, he was going to leave anyways, is bunk. You're completely correct on that. The Green Bay Packers screwed up. Would have been the summer of 22? Is that right? 21 July. When they had it, they were looking at it, they had an offer out there, they were going to pay him a bunch, and they didn't want to give him the D-Hop money. And if they look back at it,
popcorn money, comparatively.
Last
the difference.
Year's lost season would not have been a lost season. They would have fought through. They would have made the playoffs. I don't know if they're going to win the Super Bowl. Probably not. But they would have been in the mix. And for all of the times I want to give you grief about debating and arguing, and I felt like, well, I bought the Packers narrative more than I should have. The Packers should have paid Devontae. They should have kept him, and the team would have been better last year. You don't get better by trading away a Hall of Fame player in his prime. You don't get better. I don't care if you get 4 first-round picks. The Packers are not winning that trade, and the argument you could say is, well, end up getting Christian. You get a bunch of young players, and maybe they're going to be great. You don't think they'd be great? They'd be getting better with a stud professional like Davante Adams helping? We want a veteran wideout. Well, you had him. You had him right there. And you said, I'm not paying him this because I want to stand on my principles. You have to move when you have special talent. And Davante is not some cancer. He wasn't Johnny Negative. He is, by all accounts, a great teammate. He pushed his wideouts. He was understanding. You don't think that would help Christian Watson and Romeo Doubs? The Packers made a big-time blunder not keeping Davante Adams, and that's what this little quote reminds me of.
And look, he's right. It's great that he's able to prove his numbers last year, by the way, for those who didn't pay attention to him. 100 receptions, 1,516 yards, 14 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
With Derek Carr, who is not a bad quarterback, but he's not a great quarterback.
He didn't even play the last 2 or 3 weeks. He went with what's-his-face blew up with Devontae, too.
Jared Stidham. Yeah. So there you go.
Would Goody admit that he screwed up on this?
No.
I'm not talking about publicly. I'm talking garage beer Goody, GBG.
Nope.
I think he would.
I don't think he would. I would love it if he did, publicly and privately, but he won't.
I like GBG.
Garage beer Goody,
Jesse,
I love
does
it.
this not remind, because Jason has been on this, and again, Lord knows I give Wilde enough grief when he's wrong, because he doesn't usually take a stand. But when he does, he took a stand on Jordy, he took a stand, and because he loves his wideouts, and those are his guys. But this was a mistake. And it's okay to make mistakes, but you don't make mistakes with Hall of Fame players. They said it, and they still made the mistake. They knew what they had, and they didn't do it.
Yep.
You're right.
Speaking of mistakes, we'll circle back to this. I want to talk to Sophia about Mike Brasso or Brousseau, whatever we want to call him, and his pitching performance yesterday.
The inspector.
But before we do that, you know what would be a really big mistake? Not playing golf for a decade and then going to Lac La Belle and ruining that beautiful course with your horrible game.
Now that you got that thin new body that you're working on, you're going to be able to clear your club face through. You're going to break 200, and you're going to do it at Lac La Belle with Jesse and I. We are going to have a great afternoon experiencing American treasure in Oconomowoc at Club at Lac La Belle. Club at Lac La Belle is the birthplace of golf in Wisconsin with a rich history that you will feel once you arrive. The Club at Lac La Belle is open to the public. You can schedule your tee time today at clubatlaclabelle.com. Again, what I love most about it, you're 45 minutes from Milwaukee, 45 minutes from Madison. You drive down. You get out there, and you are in your own little paradise. You don't think any of the qualms of the world. You don't think about Devontae and how Green Bay screwed that up. You just go play golf. You go have a little grub at the Rivalry Pub. And then you're 45 minutes home. It is a golf destination you're going to want to play over and over again. A historic past meets a vibrant future. Go to clubatlaclabelle.com to start your journey today. Well,
what happened there?
Do I need to go to another new remote? We're down to 2. This thing's flopping around. That's flopping around. You got pretzel in one stand. You got a Slurpee in the other.
Thank God Everlight Solar does a better job than we do in the Everlight Solar studio with our microphone stands. You want engagement on social media. You got me retweeting the stream, everything else. We need to post the video of the microphone in the middle of Tausch talking, dropping to the table.
Did I even flinch?
You were a pro.
Alvy would look at you think I flinched?
There was a slight
No.
flinch.
Why don't you come over here? I'll have you flinch. How's that?
You just went right with the microphone. You just went.
Yeah, you got to adjust. It's about adjustments, Jason.
We'll ask Sophia Minert what the biggest challenge she's ever faced while doing an interview is. Like, did the mic go out? I know she's gotten Gatorade poured on her. We'll talk to her next. It's Wilde Tausch.
This is Wilde Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Mark Tauscher here to tell you a little bit more about Everlight Solar. We all know that electricity costs are on the rise. That's why you need to talk to my friends over at Everlight Solar. Their local team here in Madison is here to keep it simple. From your no-cost consultation to solar panel installation, the team at Everlight Solar will be with you every step of the way. Not only will they help you save money, but by switching to solar, you're also helping save the planet. Everlight Solar, a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. Check them out at everlightsolar.com.
Breaking news on ESPN Madison is presented by Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or visit metrokiaofmadison.com.
We tend not to think about right now, but right now in front of us is victory over cancer. Right now, cancer research funded by the V Foundation is leading to better treatments and saving lives. When you give to the V Foundation, 100% of your donation goes directly to game-changing cancer research. Victory over cancer is there for the taking. By you. Donate at V.org. Because today's cancer research is tomorrow's victory.
Don't give up. Don't ever give up.
From color-changing alexandrite to shimmering zircon and everything in between at Chalmers Jewelers, you'll find high-quality, affordable, one-of-a-kind pieces. We source straight from the gem cutters, and we manufacture in-house from start to finish. As the manufacturer, we believe in truth in pricing. Never pay more for quality and stunning, beautiful jewelry. She's one of a kind, and so should her jewelry be. While others may send your jewelry dreams to someone else to make, with us, your dreams become reality with the help of our custom jewelers, with you involved the whole way. With a staff that has over 200 years of combined experience, why buy from a place that marks up jewelry made by the thousands? When you can buy direct from Chalmers for that one-of-a-kind piece that is better quality, often for less.
Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton
and Madison.
The GRB Rays have established themselves as one of the top baseball programs in the Midwest and the country. Looking for a team to play for in the spring and summer of 2024? Rays tryouts begin in July and August, and signups are open now. Since 2010, the Rays have developed over 370 college players, including over 140 players committed to Division I baseball, and 17 MLB draft picks. Rays baseball. Raise your game.
Looking for your next spot out with family or friends? Head to one of Great Dane Pub and Brewing Company's 4 locations in the Madison area. Whether you're on the east side, downtown, in Fitchburg, or at Hilldale, you're sure to enjoy one of Madison's favorite traditions. Head to GreatDanePub.com to find a location near you. Always local, always welcoming, and always committed to the craft. Great Dane Pub and Brewing Company, Madison's home for craft beer and pub food since 1994.
Hi, this is Brian Posick, and I can't wait for Mark Osiki's 5th annual Casting for Kids Fishing Tournament, Saturday, May 20th on the Madison Chain of Lakes to benefit the American Family Children's Hospital and the UW Carbone Cancer Center. Check in at the Alliant Energy Center at 7 a.m. Fishing starts at 8, happy hour at 2:30, then dinner and auction at 3:30. It's a great day for fishing and fundraising on Saturday, May 20th. Register now and check out the online auction at castingforkids.org. That's casting, the number 4kids.org.
Hi, I'm Connie Britton. I support Feeding America because they help provide over 6 billion meals to people in need each year. Learn more at feedingamerica.org. Feeding America, 200 food banks strong.
Wilde and Tausch on 100.5 ESPN is brought to you by Everlight Solar. Save money, save the planet. Everlight Solar.
Means never get to the batter's box. From Valley Sports, Wisconsin. She's not on the 40-person roster, so she couldn't pitch last night when things got away from them. So they had to settle for Mike Brasso.
I bet she's bummed she's in St. Louis and can't go to Lizzo tonight, too.
Well, we can ask her that as well. It is Sophia Minert on Wilde Tausch. Sophia, good morning. How are you today?
Hi, guys. Doing well. How are you?
Good. Tausch had his microphone while he was talking into it drop almost to the table. I understand you, on good days, I believe it says somewhere in a bio somewhere, you dodge Gatorade showers. Biggest technical glitch that you've ever faced, microphone-wise or, I don't know, power outage, whatever it might be. We see you all the time on, obviously, the telecasts. Have you ever had any technical difficulties?
Oh, yeah. We've had a lot of them. I think the worst ones as a reporter are when your audio is not working and you can't hear. So whether you can't hear, the truck with the producer, you can't hear the studio, or whoever's talking to you. So you're kind of flying blind, it feels like, and then it's just like a cold toss from the camera guy where they basically point to you and say, go. That has happened a couple of times. That's probably the most uncomfortable feeling when you're on the air, is just when you can't hear.
Did you ever?
And then there's some things happen, like when your mic's not on or things like that.
You ever flip out? There's that viral clip of Bill O'Reilly. Well, you're live! Any Sophia Minert-tisms that have happened like that?
There have definitely been moments of panic, but I generally try not to have a tantrum or anything like that, because the cameras are on you all the time and everyone can see kind of how you're reacting. And also you just, you always kind of want to assume you're live. So I try, of course there's frustrations, there's some panic. Actually on opening day, there was the home opener. We were having issues and I was waiting for them to toss to me. It was just, it can be stressful at times, but I try not to visibly show it.
Well, that's too bad. We'd love to see some of those outtakes. That could be a ton of fun too.
There's plenty of outtakes.
Jesse, pull some of those up. We'll put those on as we're leading into Sophia's next visit. Hey, I'll tell you what, man. I think everybody is excited about Yelly, and is he back and everything else because of the homestand that he had. And what are you seeing? And is it, when Bill joined us on Wednesday, I think we were down there, he said Yelly's going to go. He was seeing it. What have you seen so far? And is this the new expectation as far as what we can see? Is Yelly back in your opinion?
I think what you're seeing is the hard contact has always been there for him. So it's just a matter of, is it hard contact on the ground or is it hard contact in the air? And what we've seen here in May over the first 2 weeks is it's the ball in the air again. And so it's, the 3 homers over the weekend, all of them coming on different pitches, one's to left, one's to right. He's using all fields. We know he's got that power in him. He is striking out less than what he did in the first month. He's getting on base at a really high clip. His on-base percentage is .400, and his fly ball rate has gone up. So it's all good factors, you know what I mean? It's good decisions, it's good position to hit, it's hard contact, ball in the air. He's getting on base a lot. He's stealing bases. He's scoring a lot of runs. So, yeah, all of that has been great production for him. And every hitter will tell you, the challenge is, trying to stay there, right? It's that's why this job is so hard is, you're always trying to find your way back there, and then it's just as hard, if not harder, to try to stay in that place. So he's definitely done a great job. What he does at the top of the order, it just sets everybody else up. And we know he's the guy that, he can drive the offense single-handedly, which is a lot to put on one person, but he's definitely capable of it, and he definitely did that on the homestand.
So, Sophia, the home runs are great, and I don't know if he'll ever regain the MVP form that he had and have those kind of power numbers. But the play that I happened to catch, I think it was Sunday, And yes, maybe I'm a little biased because I saw Sydney make almost the exact same play in a softball game last year. and I saw Yelich actually, or maybe it was just on Brewers.com and McAlvey, but refer to Little League with this play that he steals second, the ball's thrown into center field, so he goes to third, that ball's thrown away, and he scores a run on that. And again, we talked about his back issues in the past and everything else. To me, watching that's what I found encouraging, because that's a lot of running and sliding and banging on the ground, and that was encouraging to me. Does it feel like he is finally, knock on wood if I have some here, finally healthy, and that is factoring in to how well he's playing?
I don't think health has been an issue, honestly. I mean, I would say the last couple of years he has been incredibly diligent about how he takes care of his body and his back. And I like to remind people that last year he did not spend any time on the IL, and he played over 150 games. Like, that is all you can ask of a player. So to me, that's like the best sign that he's learned how to manage it. Now, these things can flare up at any time. Anyone who's dealt with the back injury knows what that is like. And, you know, he's been in there pretty much every day this season. I think he's maybe been out of the lineup 2 or 3 days and he's not even getting many days as the designated hitter because of Jesse Winker and William Contreras. They just have some other options there. So I think he's done an excellent job of making sure he's available every day. And yeah, of course, like, health is important for him. But I think he's done a great job of managing that and just being available every day.
So through 6 innings last night, it was 8-0, which I know is not ideal against a last-place team that is starting to try and figure things out after a rough patch. I saw that's what Craig Counsell described the Cardinals as. I did not get to see the game. Is it fun when Mike Brasso goes into pitch, and are we able to smile at that, or does it suck to such a degree that no one's finding that amusing?
Yeah, I mean, no one ever really wants to be in that spot because obviously you're doing that as a last resort. When things go well, it can be entertaining, but last night was just one of those nights when really nothing went well. So Mike has had experience in it. He's done it, I think, now 7 or 8 times in his career. So he knows what that's like. I think, if anything, it's more uncomfortable for the hitter to be facing a position player. I think any player would tell you that. It's an uncomfortable at bat because they're obviously not throwing hard, and like, you don't want to be the guy that strikes out against a position player. So it was one of those nights when nothing goes well and you just, flush it away and you're on to the next day.
Yes, a 10-run 8th inning, not ideal. All right, so Lizzo is playing. Is she playing AmFam Field? Is that where she's?
I think it's Fiserv tonight.
She's at Fiserv, yeah.
Oh, okay. And we talked about Taylor Swift.
Swiftie.
And Paula and the girls are hoping to go to see Pink, who is playing AmFam Field. We do power rankings on Tuesdays. Sophia, your power rankings of the 3 concerts you would like to see that are all on tour currently. They can include those 3 women that I just mentioned, or you can go off the board. What do you got?
Of those 3, I would put Taylor Swift at the top. I did get to see her show in Phoenix when we were at spring training, and it's incredible. So I've seen her before. This tour is unbelievable. So that would be my top one. I've also seen Pink. I saw her at Fiserv a couple of years ago. She is, this is going to sound crazy, but she's an incredible athlete. She is like a full-blown acrobat, the things that she does during her shows. She went to acrobat or trapeze school to learn how to do this. And the fact that she's singing and performing and flying through the air, it's an incredible show. If Paula and the girls are wanting to go, I cannot say enough good things about what an excellent performer Pink is. And I've never seen Lizzo. So I've heard nothing but good things about her show. So I would like to see Lizzo because I think she's a really good musician. She plays a bunch of instruments. So I think I definitely want to go see Lizzo too. It's a bummer that we're missing her.
Breaking news: Shania Twain's in Madison tonight too. Wow.
Oh, love Shania
What a
Twain.
night.
That's a great show.
What a deal.
Yeah, what a night for music.
What a deal, huh?
Man, I feel like a woman. So, finally, Tausch has a favorite out of this group, too, and none of them have been mentioned yet. And I'm not going to call her by the ridiculous nickname that he uses. Have you ever seen Carrie Underwood in concert? And how would you rate her if you've seen her?
I did. I saw Carrie at Pfizer in the off season. Great show. She's got I think you forget how long Carrie's been around, because I was like, wow, this is Carrie. Like some of the older songs that she has, like, you know, before she cheats or before he cheats in the American Idol days. Carrie put on a really good show though. I enjoyed her show.
I feel like
she's a big fan.
Sophia, I feel like you definitely have Carrie Underwood ranked below Pink, and just off of your enthusiasm level, you got Pink and Taylor way ahead of Carrie. I'm not going there, although I would like to go see Taylor. I saw Taylor used to open for Carrie Underwood. That's how old Carrie Underwood is.
Right. I know. Well, Taylor used to open for like everybody. Taylor used to open for Kenny Chesney and some of those big acts, but
Rascal Flatts.
Carrie's just a different kind of performer. You know, it's not a knock to Carrie.
Yeah.
She's got
Sounds
more
like
ballads and stuff, so
okay.
it's just a different kind of show. But she's got an incredible voice.
C-Un has a incredible voice, if not an incredible nickname, via Tausch. Sophia, we appreciate you. Thanks for always making time for us. We love it when you do. Have a great day.
All right. Have a great day, guys. Thank you.
That is...
There's no doubt there. Sophia is so nice, but I don't think she's a Carrie Underwood fan.
Certainly not to your degree.
Yeah, I would agree.
Was she saying she's kind of old? Like
She
past
did,
her prime?
kind of. She's getting older.
Jeff Supan.
Is there a trapeze school?
That's a great question. I'm just going to move on. Because there's some things that I think would get me in trouble if I make a joke about them, so I'm just not going to do it.
I think I know what joke you're thinking about making.
Whoa, Nelly is next. It's Wilde Tausch.
This is Wilde Tausch, driven by Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie on 100.5 ESPN. See their full inventory at ZimbrickChevrolet.com.
Zimbrick Chevrolet.
When was the last time you had your oil changed or your tires rotated? Do you need new tires, a battery, perhaps some windshield wipers? Zimbrick Chevrolet Service Center is equipped to help you with routine maintenance, major repairs, and everything in between. Get your free battery inspection coupon and schedule an appointment today at ZimbrickChevrolet.com. Don't overpay. Shop Zimbrick Chevrolet on Main Street in Sun Prairie.
Main Street, Sun Prairie. Zimbrick Chevrolet.
Jeff Levering and wife Ashley love their new patio door from Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
It's like having a brand new kitchen. It's so bright, it's so clear. I can see the kids outside playing.
I love the roll screen. The fact that the screen is on the inside, no drafts. It's a game changer.
Get 0% interest for up to 48 months at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and have everything installed in as little as a day. Visit PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. Offer ends 5/31/2023.
When it comes to security for your home and family, you want a winner, and we found one when we placed our trust with J&K Security Solutions. This is Greg Gard. Kim and Jeff hit the game-winning shot for us with the Control 4 home technology system. Home or away, from our smartphones, we can open the garage door, dim the lights, turn on the TV, as well as arm the security system. That's convenience as well as peace of mind. Let J&K Security Solutions do for your home or business like they've done for us. Call 255-5799 or online at jksecurity.com.
Are you dreaming of a new look? Let the pros at 5 Star Painting bring color to your world, to your interior, exterior, cabinets, and more. We make it easy with online scheduling, free on-site estimates, and a dedicated project manager on every job. Uneasy about hiring a contractor? We know, we've been there. 5 Star Painting is customer-focused and quality-driven, exceeding expectations every time. Call or visit 5starpainting.com today. 5 Star Painting, a neighborly company.
Trust the auto experts at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. You know us for tires and batteries, trust and care, offering unbeatable deals on name brand automotive supplies and service. Right now, buy any Trico or Michelin wiper blade, get the second half price. Save 10% on Craftsman truck boxes or Better-Built job site boxes. And get a free $20 digital gift card when you buy 2 5-quart jugs of Pennzoil Full Synthetic Motor Oil. Tires and batteries, trust and care. A Blaine's Farm and Fleet promise since 1955.
Life's better with a home policy from American Family Insurance because you'll feel protected no matter how the wind blows. All so you can keep enjoying the home of your dreams. And our expert agents can help you save up to 23% when you bundle home with auto. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. American Family Insurance. Get a quote? Find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Don't accept anything less than your best self. If you're feeling more run down than you did when you were younger, struggling to lose weight, losing muscle tone, trouble sleeping, and loss of libido can all be signs that you need to see Dr. Nestor Rodriguez at Carbon World Health. Jim Rutledge here. Change your life and see if hormone optimization is right for you. Don't settle for less than the best. Go to Carbon World Health. Learn more at carbonworldhealth.com or give them a call at 608-709-8089.
That to-do list you have needs one more thing. Chill. It's an easy thing to do. Just crack open an ice-cold Coors Light and chill. Take the afternoon off and binge watch anything. Go to happy hour and stay for a couple hours. Who's counting anyways? Or hang out with just your dog because you've had enough human interaction this week. Whatever you do, do it with a Coors Light. Mountain cold refreshment made to chill. 2020 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
We're on the Packers.
The NFC is mediocre to below mediocre.
Because we're on Wisconsin sports.
The Packers are not going to be some cellar-dwelling stink pot.
Nobody covers the green and gold like 100.5 ESPN.
Let's go, girls.
You're a fan.
Yeah, I remember I used to work at a forestry products processing place. We would grade lumber, we'd plane lumber, we'd bundle lumber. And I remember me and old Trent Schmidt, we'd be sitting there, he'd have a little pick, and he'd pick at the wood and he'd grade it, and then I'd have to pile it, and we'd be out there in the lumber yard, the sawdust piling up, and we'd be jamming out to Shania Twain. Good times back in, and then we'd play sheephead during lunch. Yeah, man. Life was simpler than I have microphones flopping all over the place. And this job, I'll tell you what, that job was a heck of a lot harder. Sun baking down on us, but man, those are the good old days, Jason. You have any stories like that?
Boy, was it? I don't think it was your rookie year, but I feel like it was when you were on the team. Shania Twain did a concert after a Packers game that was made for TV. You guys played the Cowboys in Old Texas Stadium. And it was going to be filmed after the game and then played on Thanksgiving as if it was on Thanksgiving. And I can't remember. I'm going to have to fact check myself. I think it was during your career. I'm almost positive.
I would have remembered that. I would have asked to stay, to listen, because I was a big Shania fan.
And what happened, she played, and they did 4 or 5 songs, and I don't know if they weren't recording it properly or what, but they had to start all over again.
Oh, that's frustrating.
And the stadium was empty. It was after, it might have been 99, which would have been the year before you played. And then the Cowboys played on Thanksgiving later that year. So I'm sitting there writing my stories for the State Journal, and there's Shania singing her heart out, and then having to start over and do all those songs again.
Oh, that's good for you.
That was like a free concert times 2.
What's the hardest manual labor job you've ever done?
I guess we're not doing Wonelli, so this
we could do Wonelli too, but this is more interesting to me than Wonelli.
So I've told this story before, but not everyone listens every day.
I feel like it's baking croissants or something. Maybe I'm wrong.
It does have to do with cooking.
Okay.
Rupina's, which is a small grocery store and catering service in West Allis, Wisconsin.
Okay.
I was 14, and my parents said, son, you got to get a job. So 14-year-old me, with my very favorite shoes, Larry Bird black Converse Weapons. Remember those?
No. I remember watching Air and how great that movie
Black
was.
and yeah, I heard. It's on. For those that didn't see it in theaters, it is on Amazon
Peacock.
Prime now.
No, it's on Peacock.
No,
you buy
it's
Peacock,
not on
you get that and a playoff
Black
game.
Friday game.
Oh, yeah.
It's on Amazon Prime. I need to watch it now. Sydney's been begging to watch it. How bad's the profanity?
Bad.
Should be
Perfect.
okay. She hears Paula talk all the time. All right. So anyway,
wow.
When I was 14, I was
Wilde's not Trumaning up. You know that.
I don't swear a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not that you can hear me lately. So they do these barbecue pits of the pigs on a giant pole. Like the pig with the head, and the pole goes through their mouth and out their other end.
That's what I wanted to do for our wedding, was do that for the food.
And so I went on this assignment.
Legit, I did.
And you lay charcoal down on the ground at whatever place you're doing this.
Yep.
Then you set up the barbecue stakes, and you put the pig on, and he rotates around.
Yep.
Dante Culpepper.
Very much so. And the intensity of the heat
flopping around
melted my Converse Weapons, which I was very bitter about.
Wow. What are you wearing great shoes to a barbecue
Rookie
pit
mistake, clearly.
Yeah.
We didn't have a lot of money for lots of shoes, and I ruined my favorite pair. And it was the worst experience. I was drenched in sweat.
Did you cry?
I did not cry. And I didn't swear, but I said, I'm never doing this again. Reassign me to the grocery store. And
Give me
then,
any air conditioning. I'll melt out here.
Correct. And he ruined my shoes. But then I got assigned to the grocery store job, which is fine if you're stocking shelves or sorting the produce or fixing facing the shelves, they call it. But the other job I had to do was rinse out the meat cutting room in the butcher shop section.
Oh, no.
So you got this power washer, and you're
You love
spraying
power
away.
washing, though. It's one of your favorite hobbies.
This is where your hobby was
Gosh,
born.
No wonder you love it
It's like
so
a
much.
Wilde origin story.
But like you're spraying away bone and gristle and little schniblets of flesh. It was terrible.
Schniblet.
And I never worked another day again because I became a journalist.
You ain't kidding about that.
Whoa, Nelly.
If the topic is good, the guys discuss.
Just the other morning I had breakfast at Tracy Rocker's house. His mama brought out 15 flapjacks. He said, Mama, take back 5 of them flapjacks. I gotta stay hungry for the Crimson Tide.
But if it's not, the show must go on. It's time for
Whoa, Nelly!
On Wilde Tausch.
And I
Schniblet.
And I kid you not, it's National Barbecue Day.
Jesse, you think I don't always read the show sheet? I was setting you up for that.
Whoa, Nelly!
He's got a schniblet in one end and a side of ribs in the other.
Ugh.
So in addition to Shania Twain at the Kohl Center and Lizzo at Fiserv Forum, it is also another monumental night tonight in the state of Wisconsin.
Oh, is it trivia night?
Tonight is the final night that the geese will take flight at our current location on Tuesdays.
Stubby's is closing?
It's not Stubby's. That's where bowling happens. This is not at Stubby's Lanes, but we don't give away the advertising.
Okay.
But they are moving trivia from Tuesdays to Thursdays.
That's a bad idea.
So the geese have to make a big decision after tonight. Do we change the night we get together, or do we change the establishment that we get together at? Because we like the establishment, but we also really like Tuesdays. Fits well in the geese's schedule, flight pattern. What's more important, seeing people on the same night or seeing people at the place you like to go to?
Same night. It's just going to be easier. Scheduling is only going to get more difficult as you age and as you potentially do more stuff. So I think you stick to your Tuesday night. The geese will fly again. Would be my recommendation.
So, Jesse, without giving away your free advertising, do you really like this venue?
Yes.
Like, is the food really good? Is it convenient to where you guys live?
It's within short driving distance, even potential drop-off distance if need be on a certain, if you want to get after it one night. It is above average food, especially for, just being kind of your regular bar. Definitely above average. Made some friends there that with kind of our rival team. They're our pals that sit across the bar from us. We really like it, so we're disappointed that it's coming to an end here on Tuesdays at this place.
And how do you go about finding a new location? Like, is this a traveling trivia contest that someone comes in and does it, and they're just going to find a new venue to do it?
Yeah,
or do you have to, scour the internet to find a new league?
There's these, companies that do this all, they set it up and do it everywhere around. So you search online, you can just look up Tuesday Night Trivia, Sun Prairie, Madison, wherever you want to go, and you'll find 5, 6, 7 different places you can go to. So they're available pretty much every night of the week.
Sounds like maybe with all the concerts going on Tuesdays, maybe you need to mix it up, go to a Wednesday, so you can go down and Lizzo it up, Shania it up.
Well, we finished last place the last couple of times out, so the geese...
you guys have gotten lazy.
Geese need a big bounce back tonight.
You guys have gotten lazy.
Amazing that never gets brought up.
It's been off.
No,
been off.
You guys have gotten lazy. Tyler's writing lazy trivia. Jesse's not even working. I think these guys need to get back to their roots. They're resting on their laurels.
I tell you what, our pregame activity tonight to get our wheels turning, I'll have Tyler write you Wisconsin Geography Wednesday trivia for tomorrow. How about that?
You're not doing that for me. You're doing that for you.
No, I'm doing it for you, old T.
Okay.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. You're off tomorrow.
Yeah, much needed off day.
Again.
Yeah.
We will close things out by checking in on our poll question and the hate watching of Aaron Rodgers. That wraps things up next. It's Wilde Tausch.
This is Wilde Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
Mark Tosher here for Chalmers Jewelers. Well, it's always a good time to get that special someone in your life a beautiful gift. And when I'm in need of a new piece of jewelry, Chalmers Jewelers is my go-to place. Whether I want a timeless classic or a one-of-a-kind piece, Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton and Madison has just what I'm looking for. My life has been made so much easier thanks to the great team over at Chalmers Jewelers, and is the reason I keep going back for more. Visit chalmersjewelers.com to find your perfect new piece of jewelry today.
Rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Alex Strofe.
This Badger Minute brought to you by the Great Dane Pub and Brewing Company, Madison's home for craft beer and pub food since 1994. Find the Great Dane nearest you at greatdanepub.com. Former Wisconsin linebacker Chris Orr has found his new home and is leading the USFL in tackles. Orr has been a standout for the New Jersey Generals in the USFL for the last 2 seasons. Here's Orr on what the USFL experience has meant to him the last 2 seasons.
It's a lot of fun, man. You're playing a lot of football. That's what you love to do. And you're doing it with guys who love to do it as well. You're doing it with a lot of guys who have been in the same position as you.
You can watch Orr and the Generals take on the Houston Gamblers this Sunday at 3 o'clock on Fox.
Get 0% interest for up to 48 months at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and have everything installed in as little as a day. Visit PellaWI.com.
Overheard recently at Pasquale's.
So what's the difference between traditional and original?
Good question.
And what do you do to make it so good?
It's all in the hands and the fresh ingredients.
I bet you have a good suggestion for the main course, too.
Go with the Cowboy.
The best margaritas in Madison, followed by the red chili pork and mole cowboy burrito with cheese and onions. Giddy up, cowgirl.
Pasquale's Cantina, bringing the flavors of the Southwest to the Midwest. Pasquale's Cantina, Middleton and Verona.
Ben Brust here to tell you about the Princeton Club. I joined the Princeton Club because I was looking for a place I could invest in my health, and the environment and the community I have felt has made it so easy for me to incorporate it into my everyday life. It doesn't matter where you're at in your fitness journey because they have something to offer everyone. It also goes beyond fitness. From the moment you walk in the club to the moment you walk out, there is a togetherness felt throughout the members and staff that keeps you going for your better tomorrow. Don't wait any longer and get started on your fitness journey today at PrincetonClub.net. That's PrincetonClub.net.
If you're looking to purchase, finance, or service a new or pre-owned Honda, buy local. Shop Zimbrick Honda. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it for yourself at 2 convenient Madison service locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Oil changes, brakes, alignments, and warranties. Honda's certified technicians handle it all. And if you need new tires, buy 3 and get the 4th for just $1 when they mount and balance them for you. Zimbrick Honda Service Center on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
Matt Hamilton here to tell you signups are now open for the inaugural ESPN Madison Open. Head to ESPNMadisonOpen.com to purchase your foursome today. The ESPN Madison Open tees off July 17th at Trappers Turn. We've partnered with Coors Light and the Catch Foundation for this exclusive event, and you can experience it too. You'll enjoy food, drinks, swag, and while getting in 18 holes with Wisconsin sports stars like me. But spots are limited. Head to ESPNMadisonOpen.com. That's ESPNMadisonOpen.com to sign up now.
Your first date? Going well. The carnival? Cash only. But you've got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you, with access to over 30,000 surcharge-free ATMs. So when you decide to win that giant stuffed purple raccoon at $5 a throw, we're looking out for you, no matter how many throws it takes. You've got this. With 30,000 surcharge-free ATMs from Associated Bank. See AssociatedBank.com/checking or ask a banker for details. Member FDIC.
Show me the love.
Jordan Love is in a position where the NFC, it is wide open. He is better than anyone expects. He can be a Pro Bowl quarterback.
This is 100.5 ESPN and Wisconsin On Demand.
I'm going to head out of here and ask some questions of the Packers coordinators. What was that? What was I going to ask Joe Barry?
You stunk. What are you doing here?
Well, yeah, but I'm not going to ask that. But you had a really good expectations.
Why are we going to be better this year?
Why? Defense? Write that down. Why is this defense going to be?
WHY. Pretty easy.
Could just do letter Y. I think, or get the point.
Yeah.
And why do you? What do you think he's going to say?
Development of players, getting Rashawn Gary back. That's the interesting part. You got whole new safeties here. Are you basically saying, well, the safety position stunk last year? That's the interesting part of this. Or is it scheme? Is it whatever? But I'll be curious what Joe Barry says when you just flat out ask him, why are you going to be any better? Keep it short and concise. Why is this year's defense going to be better than last year's? I don't know what he's going to say.
And follow up with, how are you going to coach them differently?
I like both. And are you going to go see Lizzo tonight?
I think he's more of a Shania Twain guy.
I think he's a Tuesday night trivia guy.
I bet Green Bay's got a concert tonight too. Hit the trifecta or the double quadfecta, whatever it would be.
The poll question that we asked, it's very clear. You're not watching Vikings and Bears games. And a lot of people are interested in the Lions. But you're mostly going to hate watch Aaron Rodgers if you have the chance. 73.9% of you, and we're over 1,100 votes. If you have to choose between those four teams, and the Packers aren't on because they're on CBS and Peacock.
But if you're running the network.
I ain't gonna lie to you. That still was. I still don't understand what the heck happened at that point, but you both vehemently came at me, so I must have done something incorrectly.
That's it for us today. We, meaning everyone but Jesse, will be back tomorrow. Have a great day. Take care. Be good.
Miss any of today's episode of Wilde Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin? Commercial-free full show podcasts are available free on Wisconsin On Demand.
ESPN Wisconsin's